across the UK, online and on DAB.
He has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Thank you, George. Good evening, dear listener. No, you're going to have to go over there because it sounds absolutely awful. Close that microphone, please. The problem with the microphones, because we're moving, no one cares. Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. If you want to give us a call, 3 hours, dear listener, of calls straight to air. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. You can check that camera if you want to.
Not bothered.
Well, check it.
Well, look at how high this chair is. I'm in.
Okay. Does that camera look okay on Boyley? Okay, fine. There we go.
We're locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. 0344 499 1000. Call straight to air. Last day for me. I'm off next week, so I don't really give. It's last day of term for me. Last day of term. Don't really care. I take that back. Of course I care. Of course I care, just in case my new bosses are listening. Of course I care, but I don't really care. Sam's got his feet up. Good lad. Relax. Enjoy. We've stuffed out on Domino's pizzas. We're feeling full, fat, bloated, ready to go. Some good news. It's my eldest's 20th birthday. By eldest, I mean my eldest cat, of course. Velvet turns 20 years old today.
She's celebrated
in style. All three girls got tuna for breakfast. Lovely tuna, which means the house is going to stink when I get back home.
You're going to pay for that.
And also, I got like these, like freeze-dry... No, like these airtight, sealed, like sort of salmon steaks. And you open it and just give it to them. And so I've given one of those to Velvet, and she was loving it. And let's just say, I'm out tomorrow, but Sunday I got a few more treats up my sleeves. It's a birthday weekend for my old lady. And my boys found it hilarious. I just tweeted some pictures of her and said, happy birthday, Velvy. And it's been liked over 1,000 times. My boys thought that was hilarious. What? On Twitter, Velvet has had over 1,000 likes. I said, yeah, she's famous, man. She's a famous cat. So thank you for all. Lots of humans send their birthday wishes. Thank you for that. But they don't mean as much to me as all the cats that sent birthday wishes on Twitter. Did you see that? Loads of cats were sending birthday wishes to Velvet. It was delightful. I've had her for 18 years, right? She's totally my best friend. I've known her longer than I've known you, Boyley, my kids, my wife, my ex-wife. They're the same person, in case you're thinking there's two. Longer than, she saw me when, she saw me through the last 4 years of using cocaine. She saw me using cocaine and would look at me as if to say, really? We'll talk about it when you're ready. It was, so she's 20 years old, and it's a joy, it's a thrill. I don't know how much longer we've got with her, because she's very thin. Very bony. It's a thyroid thing. She's completely deaf, but she seems fine, despite the fact that she's so thin and bony.
She's very vocal.
Very loud, because she's so deaf. She's so loud. Whereas the kittens, they can't meow yet. They haven't learnt to meow.
There's sort of a silent scream going on.
I'd forgotten that kittens don't know how to meow. They don't know how to do it.
When do they learn?
I don't know, but I'm giving them lessons. Hello, line one.
Hello, Ian. It's John in the Sutton.
Hello, John in the Sutton.
Yeah, how are you?
Very well. You're live on air.
Good. My last call to you was a bit shambolic. So
it was awful.
Time I've made a few bullet points so that it's got a bit more coherence to it.
Lovely.
So, first thing is pradeeping.
I just have to say, sorry, just you can hear sounds in the background. That's just, we've got a live feed from Sky from the Leave march that was taking place today. It's just a live feed. We'll just turn it up a little bit. This is what's going on outside Downing Street.
I mean, don't even joke.
No, it's kicking off a bit. So that's a live feed. And if there's anything happening, we'll let you know. Yes, John.
Yeah, sorry. Feel free to cross over if. This is linked to the Leave thing, because I was thinking of pradeeping Nigel Farage on the LBC today.
Okay.
But unfortunately, he wasn't on air today. It was Jacob Rees-Mogg, and I thought,
both
Jacob
tossers.
Rees-Mogg really dig them.
That's my political statement for the day. They're both tossers.
Right. Well, so I didn't do the.
Did you do it or not, John?
No, because it wasn't Farage.
Then get on to your second point, you scab. You cowardly scab. You piece of trash.
Linked to Farage, I was watching a little documentary, a Channel 4 Vox Pop, in which Nigel Farage was touring various slums in Bulgaria.
Right.
And this links to my new OCD, because I've struggled with OCD for years, and my new one is my mother wanted to go to Turkey or Greece, and Bulgaria, Turkey and Greece, I know from friends and relatives who've been there, in all three of those countries, I don't know if you've been to any of those three, you can't flush the loo paper. You have to put it in a little bin.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. In Greece, in mainland Greece, you can flush the loo paper. It's on the Greek islands you can't flush the loo paper.
Have you been to the Greek islands?
I've been to the Greek islands and I've been to mainland Greece. And certainly in Athens, you can flush the loo paper. Maybe out in the regions you can't. But the reason you can't do it on the islands is the water pressure isn't strong enough, and it would just block the whole. You could block the whole islands up. But I think you can in mainland Greece.
So when you went to the islands, what did you do after having a whoopsie?
You wipe your bum, and then there's a little bin next to you, and you put the toilet paper in there, and you try not to look in there. Although it's hard not to. It's fascinating. You get used to it.
Would you tie it up in a little bag after doing the whoopsie,
my wife's aunt would come and do it. My wife's aunt would be in charge, so we stayed with them. My wife's aunt, every now and then, if it was a big one, I'd flush a bit of paper down. But my wife's aunt would come and sort that out. You get used to it. You get used to it. It's disgusting, but you get used to it.
I realise this is the most scintillating of radio, but I thought I should point that out. My last point is the fact that so this hasn't been a great call. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But I have been picking holiday locations based on the toilet facilities. So, like you, I was in Marrakesh, where the toilets were brilliant, but there wasn't much to do, and I kept having a lot
Marrakesh
of coffee,
is boring. Crosby, Stills, and primarily Nash lied out of their hookahs to us. It's a dull dump there.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not dull. Can I ask you a couple of quick-fire questions on Marrakesh?
Please do.
Well, I mean, now you've made a bit of silly money with your celeb. You're on Good Morning Britain and all of that. So with all of your Flash with cash, did you ride the horses around the main square?
No, because I hadn't made the cash when I went to Marrakesh. When I went to Marrakesh, I found out, that's when I got the phone call saying I'm a Celebrity. So I didn't ride the horses. The animals there look like they're treated absolutely abysmally. All I did was sit in one coffee shop and have coffee for 2 hours, then go to another restaurant and have coffee for 2 hours, then go to a third restaurant and have ice cream and then coffee, and then have some guy took me into some weird pharmacy. That was it. Boring. It's a dump.
Did you play with any of the dirty chimps that were in the square?
No, I didn't touch any of the animals. They looked awful. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh, it's just Clive.
Someone's just tweeting me. You can't flush it in Athens. Yes, you can.
You can.
Yes, you can.
You got to.
Sorry?
You got to flush it, don't you?
Well, you don't know. In the islands, you don't flush it. Flipping heck, man. In the islands, you don't flush it, but in Athens, you can flush the toilet paper.
I'll flush it where I am.
Well, where are you? The toilet?
Ireland.
What a abysmal start to the show.
I was calling. I reckon this evening, between me and your listenership, we can sort Brexit out.
Go on then, let's have it. What's the answer?
Right, can I take the next line? Can I take some calls?
Okay, what's your name, caller?
It's Clive.
Clive, okay, Clive, you did say that. All right, well, we haven't got any calls lined up. Let's just put... Clive, you've got to work it. Shut your face. You've got to work it. Like the old evening... Stand up! Stand up!
Okay. 0344 1000. You're live with Clive. Get on the line. We're going to fix Brexit tonight. Come on, talk to me. Tell me what we're going to do.
Oh, hang on a minute. That you want them to tell you what we're going to do. I thought you were going to fix it.
With their help tonight, we're going to figure it out. I've got some ideas. They've got some ideas.
Okay.
Between us, we'll sort it out.
Okay.
If you want do any worse than Theresa May.
Okay. If you want to speak, if you want to go live with Clive, 0344 499 0344 499
1000.
1000. Okay. Someone's telling me, stop arguing with me. You can flush toilet paper down the toilet in Athens. I've been... You were there 3 months ago. I've been there a dozen times. You can do it. Right, sorry. Can we stop talking about toilet paper in Greece?
Hey, I've heard the Athens Water Board have come in looking for you.
Well, they can look. They have to do a DNA swab on my bum. Right.
Yeah.
No one is phoning in.
Oh. Who does that reflect badly on, me or you?
I think people are bored of talking of Brexit.
I mean, I've got to be honest, this is the quickest I've ever got through to air, which, it's nice in a way, but it's also a little bit disappointing.
Well, there's no one...
But I won't, man.
Everyone's at the march. Everyone's at the Leave March. All of my listeners... Will you shut up, Clive?
Cadders.
Shut up!
All right.
All of my listeners are at the Leave March. Very, very big Leave listenership to this show.
Hang on, I've got a message to all the leavers. Time's up.
Well, let's
You've
just...
run out of road. You ain't got any road left.
Clive, stay there. We're going to go... Stay there. We're going to go to the adverts early, and then when we come back, we're going to go live with Clive. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Good evening, ladies and gents. You're through to the Late Night Alternative with Clive. Let's be having ya. Tonight, we're going to figure out Brexit. Between you and me, we're going to figure it out. I want you to call in. It's 0344 499 1000. Now, I don't want to hear any cliched ideas. I don't want to hear we're going to revoke Article 50. I don't want any people's vote. I don't want any hard Brexits. And I don't want any Norway plus XXX. So, we're going to have to think a little bit outside the box. So I'll call in, we're going to have a chat. It's Clive, you're live with Clive. It's 03444. What is it again? It's, I don't know. It's a number, right? You should know it by now. Call in, we're going to sort it out, right? Line 1, let's be having ya.
All right, Clive.
Come on.
I thought I'd ring in, mate, and just liven up the show a little bit.
Hang on a minute. Are you a doghead? Are you a dingle?
A dog? No, mate. No.
Are you a Villa fan?
I'd ring it. No, mate.
Are you taking the mick? Are you taking the mick?
Yes, mate.
I'll tell you what.
Yes, mate.
I ain't got time for people taking the mick. We ain't going to solve Brexit if you're taking the mick.
You just ring up LBC and then you get some sensitive and some serious chat.
What, the long, boring Brexit conversation? I don't think so.
It couldn't be any more boring than this, Clive. You're not doing a very good job, mate.
Speak for yourself. What have you got to offer? A bad Birmingham accent. I ain't even from Birmingham. I ain't Brummie. I'm from the Black Country. Sort it out. Line 2, let's be having you. I hope you're better than this Muppet. Come on, we're going to fix Brexit. Let's be hearing you. What you got to say?
How you doing, man?
Have we got a line 2? Hello. Good evening. Who am I speaking to? You're live with Clive.
Good evening. You're speaking to Paul.
Hello, Paul. How you doing? Where are you from, Paul?
Yeah, I'm from just outside of Cardiff. I am, man. About 10 miles north of Cardiff in Caerphilly.
Okay, nice.
I'm afraid. Right. Do you know what? I can't solve the problem, but I've worked out. Well, I think I've worked out anyway. The meter all went wrong.
Okay.
This is like way too serious, though, for the later alternative.
Tell me. Come on. You've got 30 seconds.
Here we go. Ready? It was the moment they decided to label it as Brexit. Because, of course,
what would you have called it then?
British. UKexit. UKexit. Because it was a UK exit, not a British exit.
Right.
The whole Irish border thing was
on Brexit I've ever heard. Thanks for your call. Call again, but preferably not when I'm housing. Line 3, you're live. Let's be having you.
You all right, mate? How's it going? It's Tommy here, mate. How's it going? You all right?
Tommy. Hello, Tommy. Thanks for calling. Right, Brexit. How are you going to fix it, mate? How well are you going to sort it out? What are you going to do?
Well, I think there's a couple of things I want to first start off by saying. The first one is that I'm not gay.
Thanks for calling. Okay. Have we got anybody on the line that's not a Muppet? Line 4, you're live with Clive. Let's be having you.
Still there? Can you still hear me, mate?
Hello?
Can you hear me, mate?
Yes. I can hear you. Have you got anything to offer, or just silly noises?
No, I mean, let's have a bit of a constitutional discussion. Are you pro-Brexit or anti-Brexit? You're a for Brexit or an anti-Brexit? Let's be having you, mate.
Right, I think you'd be better off calling LBC, mate, or maybe BBC WM. That might be more your level. Maybe the Jail Mail show will be good for you. Tracy's Jail Mail. Or Daz Ale. Try that. Yeah?
Are you
All right, thanks for calling, Bob. Have a good night. Give your mum a kiss for me. Ta-ra.
All right, okay, cheers. Now, are you someone who thinks the democratic will of the people should be valued, or do you think that James O'Brien's points regarding the fact that individuals were deceived by a fundamentally flawed...
Hang on a minute. Whoa. Why are Brexiters always phoning up Talk Radio, having a go about James O'Brien? He ain't on this station. I'm talking about LBC. If you want to have a go about the lefties, have a go at George Galloway. By all means, have a go at the libtard Ian Lee.
Just shut your Carol.
Have a go about James bloody Bryan. He ain't even on this station.
Just shut your Carol.
James O'Brien. Do you want a bet?
Am I talking to myself here?
Sounds like it.
Are you real?
No, mate, I'm a chatbot. I was made by AOL.
What are you beefing on about?
Yeah, very funny.
Who's that?
Very funny. Give me some real callers. Give me some real callers. It's on the soundboard.
Yeah, I know it is now.
Callers lined up. Come on. Line 5. Let's be having you. What's your name? Where are you from? Shall I do a George Galloway monologue? That's us, the mother of all talk shows. I'm very angry about Brexit. I'll tell you why. Not since Caesar has there been such a disgrace over a political issue. I need to do a fact now. By the way, you have just defamed me on a radio station of which I am also an employee. So, we can do a bit of George Galloway.
I think we're okay. Thanks very much indeed. Live with Clive there. That was, that really was very, very disappointing. Call straight to air tonight. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello? Okay, it's a little bit too quiet there. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Hello, line 2, you're on the air.
I'm on the air.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
You're live on Talk Radio. How can we help you, caller?
Well, this is a good question. It's
one I suspect will have a long, irrelevant answer.
No, I went down to Westminster today. It's the first time I've been there when all the demonstrations have been going on.
Big fan of Tommy?
Big fan of Tommy.
Yes.
I have a Tommy that I am a fan of. I'm not sure.
It's either Tommy Cannon, it's Tommy the Rock Opera by the Who, or it's Tommy Robinson. Which one did you go for?
Tommy Kennedy.
I don't know that guy. Never mind. Okay.
It's good to speak to a Clive, though, because there's links to me and Clive. My late friend Peter Cook had Derek and Clive, and I used to speak a lot to a radio presenter.
It's a phone call about another phone call to another radio station. I'm going to bring my bell in. And every time George does a phone call about a phone call to another radio station, ding! Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, is that line 3?
Yes, I don't know. I suppose so.
It's you, sir.
It's me. Can I speak to Clive live?
I'm afraid that was about 10 minutes ago, and he's gone now.
Oh, what, am I on the wireless now?
Yeah, you are now, you're not now. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Evening, boss.
Yes?
I have a moral dilemma.
Okay.
I have one simple question.
Well, can you come out of the box? You're sounding very muffled.
Oh, sorry, I'm in my hallway.
Well, go either put up some thick wallpaper or go and stand somewhere that's not quite so muffled, because we can't really hear you.
My hallway doesn't have much furniture.
Couldn't understand a word of that. 0344 499 1000. She's sharp tonight. Sharp. Got sharp fingers. No, my fingers are like... It's the last day of term for me. I've got a week off next week. I'm already starting to unwind. I can feel the tension leaving my shoulders. We're going to a log cabin. We got our own hot tub outside, and the boys cannot wait. They said when we get there on Monday, about 2, we can check in. Can we look around the cabin and then get straight into our swimmers and go straight into the hot tub? I said, yeah, if you want. It's our holiday. We do what we want, yeah. Okay. And can we stay in the hot tub as long as we like? I said, yeah, it's fine. Can we get in the hot tub in the middle of the night? I said, yeah, sure, cool. If that's what you want to do, if you're up.
As long as you know that they're in there.
Yeah, well, no, I don't care. I'll give them a few beers, they'll be fine. I said, yeah, of course we can get in there. This is our holiday, we'll do whatever we want. They're like, whoa. So it's just going to be I'm going to come back looking like an old man's bollock. I'm going to be completely shriveled up. I'm going to look like Mr. Magoo. Or...
California Raisins.
California Raisins! You remember the California Raisins? Under the boardwalk, down by the sea. This is how starved we were for entertainment, young people. I'm talking to you, Sam. When we were young, the biggest selling pop artist of all time were the California Raisins. They were raisins. You know the raisins you get in the little red box? It was them.
Yeah.
They were the biggest selling artists at one point in my childhood. The raisins in a box.
I had a pen.
The boardwalk.
I had a pen with one on the top, playing the saxophone with shades on.
They all had shades on. They probably all had skin cancer as well, I'm going to be honest. I think a raisin would not be doing great with that much sunshine. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Velvet.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm collating all of your birthday wishes on, and I'm going to surprise her when I get home with it. She's my love of my life, and it means a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, I understand that. I lost a cat after 15 years.
Oh,
it was hard.
mate. Well, it is. And here's the thing, right? She is really, really thin. She's going to go at some point. Apart from being deaf and apart from being thin, she's fine. And she's going to go at some point.
Yeah.
But I've been expecting it for the last 3 or 4 years for her to kind of go. But when she goes, we're going to have a week of mourning. Sombre music will be played on the show. And we will be doing phone-ins, 3-hour phone-ins about my dead cat. It's going to happen. So I'm sorry for your loss. I don't mean to make light of it, because they are an important part of the family.
Oh, of course they are. Mine's in a wooden box with ashes. I always keep him close.
Did you never consider stuffing her? Genuine question, because I am considering it.
Don't do that.
I'd be too terrified, to be honest.
I want to stuff her, and I want it so that she's got pipe cleaners in her legs, so you can move her. That's what I want.
I think it might give you nightmares, to be honest.
Well, we'll see. That's what I want. I genuinely, I've been talking about it for a long time. I genuinely want to get her stuffed. I think it would be the most fitting tribute to the creature I love the most in this world.
God. Well, I don't think I'll tell my new cat that. She might be a bit scared of me after that.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Also, congratulations on passing your driving.
Thank you very much indeed. I can ride up to 125cc without L plates, and I can give people a backie. And I'm thinking of starting a celebrity backie, taxi service, where I will give people a backie, not very far distance, for between 50 and 150 pounds, depending on where they are in relation to me, and how much they weigh, and how much they smell, actually. Discounts for people who smell nice. 50 to 150 pounds if you want a backie with the guy from the jungle who stole the strawberries. Yep.
Imagine them.
You could do like a James Corden thing.
Pressing the groins against
you. He did interviews during it.
James Corden? He did the back. He did the backy.
No, she's talking about the car share thing that he does.
Yeah, but on a moped.
No, I don't want famous people. The insurance will go through the roof. Just plebs.
Good point. I was just ringing in with regards to Nigel.
Yes. Yes.
And the good work that you and Kath have done. it is a widespread problem, especially nationally.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that. I lost my job in February.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Because of my mental health and my son's.
Yes.
They let me go, unfortunately, because of the hospital appointment.
Oh, you were taking time off to take your son to hospital, and they said this ain't good enough.
Yes.
Oh, scumbags.
Goodbye.
Scumbags.
Yes. So my doctor, because I was suffering mental health problems myself, I was signed off. And the help out there is just non-existent.
Of course not. They don't want to pay you. Here's the thing, and I've always known this. They don't want to pay you. They want to save money. So that's why they make the PIPS test, the physical test, as hard as it can be. What they don't do is tell you, right, you're entitled to this, 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 and this. You've got to find it out for yourself. They don't want you to have the money. And so if you're slightly more vulnerable, you sound very intelligent and very with it, and I'm guessing that you probably struggled. I'm having to sort out some finances for my mum again. Every year they have to assess her finances, and I find it difficult. So imagine someone in Nigel's situation, and we'll talk about Nigel in a minute because there's a little update, who literally doesn't know what day Christmas is, doesn't know the date of Christmas, and no one is sitting down with him going, right, you're entitled to this, you can't get this, you can get 25% off this, and you can... No one's doing it. So they don't want you to have the money.
No, they don't. I mean, I've had a 10-year-long career in the automotive industry. That's all gone to ruin.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It is. I mean, because I own my own property as well, they expect me to sell up and use the funds.
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on you for saving and working hard and paying off big bits of your mortgage throughout your life. Shame on you for doing that, because it comes to naught. It comes to naught. You'll just have to dip into it until you're skint, and then they might step in.
Yeah, I mean, my son is partially sighted. He's never going to be able to drive. He struggles. So this house is his. So when he reaches 18, this isn't. Again, this is his house. This house will be passed to him to live on. Because he's not going to be able to get a normal job, but the government don't seem to care.
No, I don't want you to get the money, the scumbags.
You're on your own.
You're on your flipping own. Hey, listen, thank you for that. I'm sorry you're in such a lousy situation. I've got my fingers crossed for you. There are people all over the country in this lousy situation. Let's take another call, and then we'll have a little... Nigel update without breaking any confidences. I think we can come. Let's just take this call and then we'll do that. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, line 2.
It's Alan.
Have we spoken before, Alan?
Yeah, I'm normally falling asleep.
Okay. Oh, it's the sleepy guy. Okay, yeah.
How are you, boss?
I'm very well. No, actually, none of your business. Actually,
I didn't know it was straight to air tonight.
Well, if you'd been listening, you would have found out. Now you know it. Make your next call better. So, what's the update on Nigel that we can say without breaking any confidence?
Okay, so I got a phone call today from Kent County Council.
First time they've spoken to us.
Yes.
Have you had emails from them?
No, I've had nothing from them since I wrote to them 2 weeks ago.
First time they've spoken to us, right?
When Nigel...
It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It was a Friday.
It was 2 weeks ago.
And I copied the clip of Nigel talking the first time when it was... kind of emerged that he was having trouble and he was getting into more and more trouble, and I sent that to them. I sent it to social services. This was from the communications office, and they've been alerted to it because we've been talking on Twitter quite a lot.
Yeah,
is the impression I got. I don't think social services...
What's the communications office? Is that press?
Yeah.
Right, I didn't make that connection when you told me earlier on when you phoned me up. So the press office got in touch.
Yeah. And I did
just
say...
because a guy with 98,000 followers and a blue tick has been tweeting a lot and getting slightly more aggressive in each tweet.
Yeah, and I did say, we were talking about things, and I said, I do think it's a shame it's taken 2 weeks, and they said, well, we didn't know, you didn't contact us. So, obviously, whoever got my email at social services didn't refer it.
Okay. Let's go. No, sorry, I apologise. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it got lost in the system.
Maybe
it got lost in the system.
Maybe they acted on it and didn't see...
Maybe.
Okay. So,
I'm still trying to give people the benefit of the doubt at the moment.
Yeah.
Still trying to be as fair as I possibly can.
We know because we've been speaking to Helen Grant's office.
Who's been amazing. She's the MP. She has been incredible. So thank you, Helen.
We contacted, on that Friday, social services, Helen Grant and a number of other organisations that night. Helen Grant straight on it on the Monday.
Brilliant.
And she is...
Met up with Nigel a couple of times, gone through things...
And asking for answers from social services, and she's trying to get some sort of solution for him. And there have been a couple of meetings. He's been to her office and stuff. What can I tell you about the conversation today?
Well, the good news about what's going to happen to Nigel.
The good news is...
There is some good news.
Although the council can't help him directly, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Yes.
There is a group called CROP, Citizens' Rights for Older People, I think they're called. Let me just double check, because I've written it down here. Yeah, Citizens' Rights for Older People are going to advocate for him. They're meeting with him on Monday. I spoke to Nigel.
So an advocate is the grown-up we've been asking for, who can sit down with him and go through his bills.
Look at his finances.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So that's something. That's a big step.
Yeah.
It's a really big step.
And that's happening. And I spoke to Nigel, and he's feeling hopeful about that.
Great.
He's going to be meeting them at Helen Grant's office on Monday, he says.
Beautiful. That's brilliant.
The reason it's taken so long is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Social services are aware of him, and they were hurt that we were under the impression they were ignoring him.
Because I sent a couple of tweets over the last couple of days, getting not even angry tweets, but just come on, Kent County Council, pull your finger out. Still heard nothing from Kent County Council, and I'm really sorry. I didn't realise that is the word is hurt, isn't it? It's hurt.
Yeah.
I have hurt the feelings of Kent County Council by calling them out in tweets, and I would just like to take this opportunity to say everybody, every member of staff at Kent County Council and the guy from the press department, I am really sorry for hurting your feelings by sticking up for a guy who has been starving and who I've had to do 2 food shops for. I'm really sorry if your feelings have been hurt by me calling you out for not helping a guy in a vulnerable position who was starving. And I mean that. I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings at Kent County Council. Nigel could have died, but I'm really sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings, genuinely. Sorry, guys.
So social services have been aware of Nigel for some time. We know that. I've had a conversation with Nigel since. The reason he is not maybe getting the support that we think he needs is because he doesn't qualify for support for a learning disability.
Yeah. And why? But why? So why? How do they know he doesn't qualify for support with? Because let's be honest. And Nigel, is happy for us to talk about this. Nigel doesn't know what day Christmas Day falls on. We've had that on the show. He believes that he's getting Skype calls from Miley Cyrus, and he tweets his MP asking him to get him on the One Show playing the drums. Okay. But the Kent County Council, who are butthurt, they know that he doesn't qualify for help with someone with learning difficulties. How do they know that?
What I was told was he was assessed by social services and he doesn't have learning disabilities. I have had a look into this, and I've spoken to a number of professionals who work in and around social services all over the country.
Yeah.
Social workers don't do the assessments.
Oh.
A GP would do that.
Oh.
And then they would refer them on to the Learning Disability Support Team.
So Kent County Council have said they've assessed Nigel and he doesn't qualify for help as someone with learning difficulties, but actually they wouldn't have assessed him. That's not their role. It's a GP's role.
I spoke to Nigel.
Okay.
He didn't really know what I meant.
Yeah.
He's never been tested by his GP. It's never been suggested
as far as he's aware. We know he gets confused.
He says
so
he
again,
hasn't. He says he's never had that conversation. What do you mean? He said to me. I said, have they ever done any sort of testing for you to see if you might need a little bit of extra help? Didn't know what I meant.
Okay. As far as he remembers, his memory's not great. So,
one of the social workers, in fact, a number of the social workers I spoke to, suggested that rather than him not having been assessed and found not to have learning difficulties, what might have happened is that he's not got a diagnosis.
Right. Okay. So that's interesting. Isn't it funny, going back to that conversation we just had with that lady caller, I'm not necessarily saying this about Kent County Council, but as someone who's tried to get benefits, both for myself when I was unemployed a long time ago and for my mum, they don't want you to have the money. Because councils are working on budgets. Councils are skint. We know that. So if they can save a few quid here and a few quid there, they will do.
The warden that Nigel talks about is a community warden.
Okay. What does that mean?
He's not in sheltered housing.
Okay,
he's someone sort of who knocks on the door now and again to check on people.
Sheltered housing, he isn't. Okay, all right. Well,
and that's kind of what he's told me as well. What I've heard about CROP, the Citizens' Rights for Older People, is that they're brilliant. Yep. They're brilliant advocates, and it's a really good move. This is what I've been told independently.
Great.
They won't be able to support him long term, is the suggestion I got from a social worker.
Okie dokie.
What you would need is that referral from a GP.
Okay. Well, this is okay.
I've also been speaking to someone who is from kind of an outreach, a Christian outreach group in that area, and they're going to have a word with Nigel tomorrow.
Okay. This all sounds like great short-term fixes. The guy is overdrawn. He's now paying bank charges. I don't say this lightly. This isn't a joke. My prediction: he'll be homeless in 6 months. That's my prediction. You see people begging who have similar phraseology to Nigel.
Yeah. The social workers I've spoken to suggested that CROP as advocates could recommend that he goes to the GP, might be able to help him with that.
Brilliant.
And also the Christian support organisation, have suggested that that's something that they would look at as well.
Brilliant.
If appropriate. The conversation I had with Nigel, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that he could be in for extra help.
But he might have magic powers. Let's phrase it like that.
And the other thing is about Nigel. When I last spoke to him, he was on Facebook asking for money again.
There we go. All right, good work, Catherine. Thank you. Catherine has been the driving force behind all of the behind-the-scenes work. I've done none of it. I can send angry tweets, but again, genuinely, Kent County Council. Honestly, I don't want to upset you guys. If I've upset you, if my handful of tweets trying to save the life of a vulnerable elderly man with learning difficulties has upset you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. As you get into your luxury cars and go to your nice warm homes with your families and have your dinner and then get into your nice clean warm beds, I'm really, really sorry to have upset you as I try and stop one of my callers' lives going over the edge of a cliff. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to upset them.
Another suggestion was that Nigel has been reticent to engage.
Right.
Well, Nigel doesn't realise that he's not coping.
No, exactly. Let's see where it goes. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Oh, and just to flag up, when someone says this is off the record, you have to wait for the other person to agree that it's off the record. Otherwise, it's not off the record.
Also,
just to say that, just to flag that up.
It's not legally binding.
No, exactly. It's kind of a common decency thing. But if you go, and this is off the record, and the other person says nothing, that's on the record.
The other thing is, if you say off the record, then tell me a load of things that you obviously want me to pass on. It's really difficult to work out which bits is secret.
Call straight to air tonight, 0344 499 1000. Let us go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless. We can't hear you. All of that energy I expounded introducing your call, and we can't hear you. What are you doing? Are you talking? Hello? I'm not letting you go because I've invested too much energy in... He's put the phone down.
Who was it?
I've got no idea. It's call straight to air. I don't know. Put a lot of energy in that. I'm up there now. Now I've got no. It's like I've taken drugs and I'm waiting for a party. There's no party. So I'm just at home, off my face watching EastEnders.
That's no good.
That's no good.
Sounds to me like someone had a dodgy earpiece. What's the point in having an earpiece?
What's the point in having an earpiece, guys? 0344 499 1000. You know, we don't really have anything planned for the show. I go through the papers, and the last 3 weeks I haven't done hardly any of the stories from the papers, and there's not many in the papers today. There's 10. I've got 10 stories. But then at the bottom of the page, this is how I lay my page out. I do the newspaper stories at the top, and at the bottom I just write down like ideas or thoughts I've had. And so I've written 2 things at the bottom. One is Tens, because I want to talk to you about that Tens machine idea we had a couple of years ago. I still think it's a good idea.
Oh, God.
But here's the other thing I put down, right? So if anyone can tell... And I can't remember what it means, because I was ordering pizza. So if anyone can tell me what this means, then please let me know. I have written Cock Garage. Cock Garage.
I saw you'd written that, and I did wonder what that was about.
What does that mean? I'm trying to think. Was it an idiot I met at the garage? And I did stop and get petrol today, but there was nothing happened. There was no drama. Cock Garage. Is there a story that's been doing the rounds that I might have picked up on today that I might have missed? I don't know. Can you Google Cock Garage?
That's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm putting in Cock Garage and looking under news.
Let's see. Let's see. Anything?
No, some very odd.
So I've got no idea what that means. No idea what that means. If you've got any ideas, 0344. Go on.
It's not this one, is it?
Go on.
Historic pub transformed into a home.
No.
It's called the Cock Inn, and it's got a garage.
Put the cock in, no. Put the cock in, A-Line 1.
Iain and Katherine, you right?
Dirty girl. Yes, Line 1. we're Boston. We're Boston.
I was wondering.
Have you watched? I was wondering. Have you watched the Motley Crue biopic on Netflix, The Dirt?
No.
I want to watch it. Apparently, it's awful. Have you seen it? Apparently, it is awful, and I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to watch it. Don't like Motley Crue. They do a song. Was one of their songs called "Girls, Girls, Girls"? Did Motley Crue do? I think Motley Crue did a song called "Girls, Girls, Girls." Very dirty band. Their autobiography is one of the. I read it 10 years ago when I liked reading stories about bands just shagging and doing drugs and all that. And now I think, I'm bored of men taking heroin.
It's not a sustainable lifestyle.
No, it is not. Anyway, Line 1, what can we do for you?
I was wondering, has Nigel got personal independence payment?
I don't know. I'm not his mum.
He's got nothing because he's not been diagnosed as anything other than being an old man.
Right. But can he be put in
I don't know.
accommodation?
I don't know. And I know you're saying this from a kind place, right? But people keep saying, well, why don't you put him in touch with the CAB? Because we can't. We don't know. We don't know the full score, and we can't make him do anything. And I know you're saying this from a place of love, so I'm not taking this out on you. But saying, well, can't you get him into sheltered accommodation? Well, no, I'm a radio host, and Kathy's a radio producer and a radio host. No, we can't. I know how hard it is trying to get a loved one into sheltered accommodation. So a bloke who is 100 miles away, no.
But this advocate on Monday is the person that is going to be the one to hold his hand and work out what we do from here on out. I've got faith in that. But at the moment, he's not entitled to anything because they don't see him as anything other than a 60-odd-year-old man who's got his own house and appears to be muddling through.
Yeah, the system's not very good for that, is it?
No, the system sucks.
No. Hello?
Oh, dear. And she's gone. I don't mean to have a go at her, but so many people, it is, you know, and I'm really grateful that people are suggesting stuff, but just you're all suggesting stuff that of course we've thought about, and suggesting stuff that's been suggested 100 times, and also stuff that is actually beyond our remit. Well, can you get him assessed? No. Can you get him into sheltered accommodation? Well, no, obviously. Can you not check what phone tariff he's on? No. There are limits. There are real limits, okay? And I'm personally having, let me just take this call then, remind me to talk about ethics. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Ian?
Hello?
Good day, my friend.
Yes, could you not be on speakerphone?
It's not on speakerphone.
Right, well, why does it sound so muffled?
I don't know, mate.
Okay, what can we do for you, muffled man?
I just wanted to ring up and say good day, my friend.
Good day. Thank you very much indeed. That's a call back to 15 years ago, and you couldn't hear it, and you totally ruined my flow. I find myself in a real ethical, moral dilemma as a human being, as someone who's lucky enough to have a few quid in the bank. You know, I'm not loaded, but I've got a couple of quid in the bank. You know, I'm all right. I haven't got to worry for a little while. And as someone who considers himself to be a caring and compassionate human being, I'm finding the whole Nigel thing very, very confusing to me on a personal level, because you know, we bought him some birthday presents, and I bought him a couple of food shops, you know, so I spent a few quid, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I know that physically I could do more, right? Physically I could do more. I could go to Maidstone, where he lives, and I could go and pay off his overdraft, his 30 quid or whatever it is he's overdrawn, pay it off so that he's not overdrawn, so he's not paying the bank charges anymore. And I could probably phone up the phone company and say, look, is there a cheaper tariff? I could probably do all of that stuff, right? But I've got stuff in my own life going on that, you know, I'm the balance between work and seeing my kids, trying to help my mum's situation in both the terms of the care home losing her, and which they're denying now, and having to sort out her finances, all of that, and here's. So I'm finding it very confusing, and I'm finding it very troubling, knowing that I could go and knowing that I've done more than most people, more than a lot of people would do, but actually I could do more, but I have made the decision not to do more, knowing that at some point Nigel could die. Do you know what I'm not expressing it very well because I'm so confused by all of it. I'm confused as a human being, as a man, as a soul, as whatever, as a radio presenter, as a dad. I'm confused as to what I should do and what is okay for me to say I'm not going to do. That's it. I don't know what the right thing is what I'm saying. And there is no answer. There is no answer. And people will say, well, you've done enough, or you've done too much. And some people might go, well, you haven't done it. There is no right answer. There is no black or white, on or off, 1 or 0. It is whatever it is, you know. It's.
I think there is an answer.
Go on.
I think that whatever you do at this point, if you did go and pay it off, there'll be something else next week.
Well, exactly, but that isn't an answer. That isn't an answer.
So the answer is, I'm not fudging because.
No, I'm not saying you're fudging. I'm saying that answer is a fudge. I'm saying that.
I'm not finished. The answer is...
I don't like it when you take that tone.
I know you don't, but I'm going to take it.
Okay.
The answer is, I'm going to make sure that stuff is in place so that Nigel is looked after by the right authorities and that they step up.
But you're ignoring the point that I'm making. You're ignoring the point that I'm making about what I can do. I know you're doing that, but that's not relevant to what I was just saying. Because we know the authorities are going to drop the ball. It's all short term. We know that. And also, that doesn't help now. I'm not explaining it very well. Let's go to the news.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
This is very exciting. I've come to Manchester on a cold, wet Sunday. I'm in Manchester for about 2 hours. I'm going to the library to see an exhibition of Frank Sidebottom, Chris Seavey stuff. I'm meeting up with Steve Sullivan, the director of the Being Frank film, and Dave Arnold, who's one of Frank's good friends. Now, where might they be? Where might they be? There we go, look. It's Dave. Hello, mate. I've started already.
I know, I thought you'd be like incognito.
I'm a professional. There we go, look at this. Yeah. Hello, Steve. How you doing? You're right. We're recording.
Are we?
We're in.
Thanks for coming to Manchester.
Thanks for inviting me. This is very exciting.
Shall we get a taxi, motor vehicle to the venue?
I don't know. I don't know where it is.
I
don't know Manchester very well.
Let's get a taxi. Right, let's do it. Are you recording this in real time?
Well, yeah.
Right.
We are now in the library. Lead the way, guys. This is...
You're about to enter.
Bobbins, the fantastic archive of Frank Sidebottom and Chris Seavey from the 1st of March. That's a Friday until the 30th of April. That's one of them Tuesdays. Absolutely free, boss. Thank you. Look at that. And there's look at that picture. Stunning picture of... Well, it's not technically a BMX, is it? It's...
No, it is. It's a BMX.
Is it actually a BMX? Okay.
It's kind of a cut price. This is catalogue BMX.
This is what I was thinking. It's a cut price. There's Frank popping a wheelie. Oh, bless him. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this, man. Look at this. This is quite emotional, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is quite emotional.
As you can see, it's all ended up in a beautiful space that looks like the Starship Enterprise.
It does. It really does. All right, look, the first things first, Frank's World model. Oh, his fingers are snapped off, look.
Yeah. Maybe that's not first things first. Should we go to first things first?
Let's go to first things first.
Okay.
Go on, Dave. Oh, there's a side... No.
First things first. That's not...
No, okay.
So this is first things first.
Bobbins. Welcome to Bobbins, a celebration of the man with the papier-mâché head. I always thought it was a real head. That's disappointing. Frank Sidebottom and the life and art of his secretive creator, Chris Seavey. All done in fantastic, beautiful Frank font. What's where? Wherever you see the bobbin signs, there's fantastic stuff to see. Wherever you see the not bobbin signs, there's nothing to see. Wherever you see an eye, keep your eyes open for hidden stuff. You can watch rare videos of Frank and Chris in the iPod. You can listen to rare radio of Frank in the earpod. You can even have Frank Sidebottom on your coffee in the cafe. Fantastic. Let's have a look. Look at this.
Okay.
Oh, this is beautiful. Go on, talk us through this.
So the exhibition starts here with a display of Chris Seavey as a child, and as you can see, his creativity was pouring out of him from day one.
What's this? The Private Life of Jerome Custard.
These are little miniature books that he used to make for his own amusement. We've got The Private Life of Jerome Custard. We've got Making Your Own Wet Jelly by Colin Cathedral. How to Be a Party Sensation by Harry Hedgehog.
How old is he when he's... I mean, look at his beautiful little boy. How old is he when he was doing all this?
10 years old, I would imagine. Yeah. Early teenage.
8 to 11 years old,
this is 8, 9, 10-year-old kids, they write stories and they, you know, sometimes they'll make a little comic and stuff, but these are proper little books.
Fully formed.
Yeah.
And we've even got one open so you can see they're not just covers. He actually wrote these little books.
This is treasure. Where did you get all of this stuff from?
Well, I kind of became like the temporary custodian of all Chris's stuff after I wrote to Martin, Chris's brother, about 2 years after Chris's death, and said, look, has anyone ever thought about making a documentary about Chris? Not Frank specifically, but who was the guy inside the head?
Oh, sorry, I've just seen this rather disturbing image of Chris with his painted nipples. Sorry, that's in the mullet.
That image right there, that's who was inside the head. The image that we're looking at is of a teenage youth who has painted himself red and black with house paint.
Go on, sorry, you were talking about Martin Seavey, his brother.
Just at Martin, he emailed me straight back and said, look, it's a great idea. I've got 100 boxes of Chris's archive. It's all been emptied from his house. I've got nowhere to put it. If you can come and haul it away and try and make anything creative out of it, you'd be welcome to try. We should say, I mean, I'll have said this before, but so you're Steve Sullivan, you're the director of Being Frank, the Chris Seavey story. Is that the full correct title? That's as long as we could possibly make it and still fit it on a poster. Why did you want to do it? Because I was always a fan as a kid of Frank Sidebottom, and I was always baffled by Frank Sidebottom and intrigued by Frank Sidebottom, and I just wanted to know who was the guy inside the head and why was he doing it. And after Chris sadly died, it still wasn't any more possible to really have an answer to that question. And bear in mind, I'd worked with him as well. I'd made the Magical Temple Tour documentary with him, and the 5 minutes that I spent with Chris that day were just totally baffling, and they just left me with even more questions than from meeting him. So I still felt the world needed to know as well, who was he and why was he doing it, and he needed the credit finally as the creative genius behind Frank, not Frank always having just the credit. You know?
Dave, introduce yourself as well. Dave Arnold, how do you know Chris?
I know Chris from being just like a wide-eyed fanboy, discovering Frank in very early days, 87 maybe, seen him in The Enemy, and living locally, so being able to see him on the TV, go to concerts regularly. Once you're hooked, you're hooked. He would do a series of gigs, like Monday to Thursday, Timperley lectures, and I'd go every night religiously. It's hard to join the dots, but eventually I ended up becoming friends with him and taking on some responsibilities for getting him to...
You were his roadie?
Driver.
That must have been...
Dog's body.
I mean, that must have been hard work. I mean, fun, but was he manageable?
For the most part, yes. But, could be really frustrating to be around. In fact, could be dangerous to be around in some...
In what way?
It's just a reckless guy with no... not worried about any consequences of anything. He would just go and do whatever without even really...
But none of it done with malice.
No.
That's the thing I got from Frank, and then when I knew Chris a little bit, not as well as you guys, but from Frank, it's the joy. There's nothing. The only meanness and vitriol is directed at a cardboard puppet, little Frank. That's it.
What's going on there? It's I mean,
there's something Freudian going on, isn't it?
There is.
You need two Freuds to work that out, I think.
Let's have a look what we've got here. The Freshies, of course, were the greatest pop band that never really were. We got some singles. Again, this is, Chris was ahead of the curve in terms of the whole indie thing, of making his own records, making his own cassettes, making his own videos before anyone was really doing that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he just was a total one-man DIY cottage industry, and he comes out of that punk scene, which was all about DIY culture, making something yourself and putting it out to just your fans and making your own statement that doesn't fit with the mainstream. But he even stands in opposition to all of that, because he just lived his life like that as a philosophy. There's no sellout with Chris Evie and Frank Sidebottom, partly because not many people were trying to buy it, I think, at the time as well. But I know his brother says in the film that his cassettes weren't a limited edition; they were a limited addition. Right. If somebody ever wanted one, he'd just knock off a cassette and post it to them. But he would post it to you. You got the handwritten letter. He just the level of detail and care and personalisation and direct communication he had with his fans. It goes beyond what any pop star would ever consider. Anyone would consider it beneath them. And to Chris, it was the point. He was to have that communication. I think.
I was saying he gave me a refund for a single that he'd run out of stock, and he wrote me a cheque, but he wrote it as Frank, knowing that I was never going to cash a cheque that's written and signed by Frank Sidebottom. Of course, it got stuck up against my wall.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
And we're live, 11:23 on Friday. Call straight to air, dear listener, 0344 499 1000 if you want to hear the whole of that Frank Sidebottom, Chris Evie tour around the museum. Then there is a 50-minute version of it. If you go to Acast or iTunes or your usual podcast provider, you can have a look there for that. And it's joyous and it's delightful. And the film is out. The film came out today. Oh, if you've seen the film today, being Frank, the Chris Evie story, do give us a call and let us know what you made of it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I can't wait to get the Blu-ray, which I think I get because I backed it on GoFundMe, but I can't remember. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, either way, I'm going to buy the Blu-ray because the whole thing... When does it come out on DVD? It might be out on DVD already. Let's have a cheeky little look. Hang on a second, because being Frank... Buy the soundtrack album, of course, because we only need to sell another It comes out on the 29th of April on Blu-ray. The Blu-ray's $12.99, and I know for a fact it's packed full of shiz, man. It's there's more stuff on the Blu-ray than there is on the DVD. It's absolutely packed full of stuff. So get that. Calls straight to air. Between now and Martin Kellner at 1 o'clock. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you missed the first hour. You missed Live with Clive, or Clive is Live, or I can't remember what it was called, but it was a boring bloke from the West Midlands, which is not a boring place. It's a great place. I worked there for a while and I love it. Taking calls, and that was the highlight of the first hour. Sweet Lord. That was the actual highlight. We're still trying to work out, this is where we were the last 25 minutes, we're trying to work out what cock garage is, which is something I have written down on my little list of ideas. I cannot for the life of me remember, I cannot remember what it is. So cock is either penis or bird, and garage is a garage. Cock's in a garage? I don't know. I've got absolutely no idea. But you can give us a call about anything you want this evening. We're just happy to sit here for the next 93 minutes and take your phone calls. I'm not here next week. Kath is doing the show on her own. So if maybe there's something really, really important that you want to get off your chest to me and you've been wanting to say to me for a long, long time, well, you won't have a chance to do it next week. Because I'm going away, I'm going to a cabin in the woods. It sounds more romantic than it is. It isn't like in American films when they go to a cabin and it's an actual cabin. Yes, it's a cabin, but inside it's actually quite a luxurious, small holiday home in some woods with a few other small holiday homes scattered around and a log burner. Why do they call it a log burner and not just a fire? Hey. So here's something. So I've got a fireplace in my house and I've used it twice. And I've got, my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law gave me wood the other day. And but now I won't get to use it. But then I looked at the fireplace. I just walked past it and looked into it 2 days ago. And there's all like twigs and stuff in the fireplace and behind the, fire guard. Right. But they're not like small twigs. They're like quite big twigs. What's that? 15 inches, right? They're quite big twigs. Now, it looks like they've come down the chimney because it's been windy, but they're big bits of wood to have tumbled down a chimney like that. I don't know if that's possible, Catherine. What we need is some kind of chimney.
Are there any trees over your chimney?
If only I had an aerial photo of my house so I could see.
There aren't.
No, there aren't. Well, no, there aren't. Well, where have they come from then?
Someone's put them in your fireplace, Obs.
Well, it's only the cats. I've got a woman staying at my house next week.
Mm-hmm.
You can hire people to come and stay. Pay people. I should have just done it Airbnb. But you can pay people to come and stay at your house to look after your cats and your jewellery, your diamonds and pearls. I'm a big fan of those Prince CDs. So I've got a woman staying at my house, and she's going to feed the cats. If you want to go over and see the cats at any point next week, Catherine, you're very welcome to. I know that Mucky doesn't really like me, and she prefers you. How is that a thing? One of my cats prefers an infrequent visitor to my house, so she'll sit with me, right? Lucky, the black and white one loves me and comes and sits on me. And Mucky comes and sits on me sometimes, but not as much. But as soon as Catherine comes round, she won't come near me. She's just rubbing against your leg. How is that possible?
I think she knows I'm a soft touch.
There's something going on there. I'm very, very suspicious. It's not fair. It's not fair. Have you got anything, Catherine, as the calls, because we played pre-recorded for 20 minutes, the calls have dried up because the callers are slackers, let's be honest. As soon as I see a call on the screen, we'll take it straight to air. 0344 499 1000. Go away. Go ahead.
Here's something that stinks to high heaven and bullshine, but let's read it anyway.
Okay, go on.
Time traveller from 2045 passes a lie detector and reveals who'll be president.
Here we go, line one.
Here we go. Where do we go?
We go. Here we go. Go on.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Who's going?
You.
A man claiming to be a time traveller allegedly passed a lie detector test.
I hate news stories when they say claim. Iain Lee claims his mother was lost by care home. I don't claim. It's a fact. She was lost by the care home. This guy claims this guy travelled through time. Let's believe him.
Yeah, well, and he's passed his own lie detector, apparently. They made a surprising revelation about who will be US president in the future. The time traveller claims the future commander-in-chief is widely accepted as the greatest president the country's ever seen.
Wow.
The man says he was born in December 2019 and knows many things about the future.
Okay.
He agreed to take part in a filmed lie detector test with Apex TV, that well-known outlet, in a bid to show people he's telling the truth. If, in the footage, the man whose face is pixelated says he is indeed from the year 2045 and the word true appears on the screen, because that's how lie detectors work.
Come on now. It sounds like you're not... It sounds to me, Dredge, like she's not approaching this with an open mind.
He goes on to say...
Not with an open...
He has a chip... An open what?
Steady.
He goes on to say he has a chip in his hand called The One, and the aliens land on Earth in 2045, all of which seem to pass the lie detector screening. He asked if dinosaurs have been cloned, and he replies, yes, there are in fact dinosaurs in a zoo.
Well, that's happening. That's happening. They're bringing back the woolly mammoth. You know, you've read that, haven't you? Excuse me? Hello? You've read that, haven't you? They're bringing back the woolly mammoth.
I've read it, years ago, but they've still not brought it back.
No, it was in the paper this week, Dredge. They are bringing back the woolly mammoth.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Well, where's it been?
It's been dead, mate, but they found some of its spaff in a stone.
Oh, God.
And you can recreate it by putting it in an elephant dressed in a rug.
He then...
You don't get this on LBC.
No.
You don't.
For good reason.
Yeah.
He's then asked about who's the president, and he announces that Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter, Yolanda Renee King, is in power.
Double whammy, female and black.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial. It won't be controversial in the future, thank God.
The lie detector machine again responds with a positive response saying his statement is true.
Well, then you have to believe this, then.
She's 9 at the moment.
Listen, if we believe that guy on Jeremy Kyle did have sexual contact up to but not including full penetrative sex, if we believe that, then we have to believe this guy. It's the same technology. It's the same technology, for crying out loud. I believe this guy, Dredge.
You've lost me there. You've lost me.
My kids have started singing, I believe I can fly like a chicken in the sky, but chickens can't fly, so I believe I will die. And I don't know how I should feel about that. It's confusing on so many levels. True song.
Tune, though, isn't
it's
it?
a true song. It's a true song. It's a true song. It's a true song. Let's just stay there, Dredge, because that's line 2. You're on the wireless.
I love you. You love me. We're a happy family.
There you go. I knew it was going to be something good. Dredge, what have you got for us? Or are you being anonymous tonight? Sorry, I've said your name, but we can forget that. It's straight to air, so you can be whoever you want.
No, I'm not anonymous this evening. That song sounded a bit like Kath. I must admit, it wasn't you, was it, Kath?
I don't think so, but maybe it's time travelling, Kath.
Could be. If I was time travelling from the future, I would come back and prank me. I'd come and wind me up.
We know what you do to you.
It was I would make love to myself. But if I came back really old, I wouldn't want to. A younger me, older me.
You are really old.
Shut your face. Older me would want to make love to younger me, but I don't know if younger me would want to make love to older me. So there's an ethical dilemma. 03444991000. What should younger me do? Older me or nothing?
Well, it's something we've all thought about.
Yeah.
So I phoned up because I wanted to tell you about this weird new book.
Yes.
Is that all right?
Is it called the Quran or the Bible?
No, that's out of my remit.
Look at Dredge backing away from that. He doesn't want to get castigated by the extreme right Christians or the extreme right Muslims. Backing away from it. Backing away. Well done, Dredge. Well done. You've passed your first test.
Oh, well done. And well done to you for passing your test.
I'm being told by lots of people, thank you, that I might have a bird's nest in my chimney. Well, they're in for a shock.
Oh, dear.
Isn't that a song by They Might Be Giants?
Yes, I believe it is. Bird's nest in your chimney. Well, they're in for a big shock, guys, because you're going to get fire up there. I'm going to start a fire and you're screwed.
Fire up your where?
Up your chimney.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me about this biblical book.
Okay,
This
so this
Quranic
interesting.
text.
You're a big fan of this Tim and Eric lot, aren't you? I don't know much about them
love
myself.
those guys. The Tim Heidecker podcast, Office Hours, is just one of the greatest things. I check my phone every single day, waiting for it to. You're going to like this. Waiting for it to drop, and when it does drop, I devour it. And I devoured this week's on the way in tonight. It's a joy.
Which do you prefer, Tim or Eric?
Tim.
Okay. Well, this is to do with Tim, whatever his name is, Heidecker.
Yes.
And he basically co-wrote this weird new book, right, called Giraffes in Horseback Salad. Have you ever heard of this book? It's new.
No.
Okay, so this is to me, this is really interesting, right? Salvador Dali, in the late 30s, wrote a film treatment for the Marx Brothers.
For the Marx Brothers, yeah. I have heard about this.
So now this guy, can't remember the guy who's actually put this together, but he's like spent 5 years.
His name's
putting
Josh
this thing
Frank.
together. And with this Tim guy, he basically made that. He's made it into a graphic novel that's just come out, and it looks incredible. I mean, it looks completely weird. It's extremely baffling, but this guy's done it, and it's like a film in book form.
So a book.
It's really weird.
So it's like a film in book form. So it's a book.
And
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now. Is weird. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and freeloaders. I think that just about covers everybody. Yes, make way for... And that's all I can see. That's all that Amazon will let me look at. Is it any good?
It looks good as an art book. I mean, the art is brilliant, but the plot is baffling. The plot makes no sense. It's not particularly funny, but just the idea that someone's done this, like spent 5 years putting it together, is worth a bit of radio time, I think.
Okay, well, it's had some radio time, and we're going to say, is it in book format?
Well, they've also made a sort of fake soundtrack to this film, and so some of that's available online. So just the amount of detail that's been put into it, I thought was interesting.
Okay.
So there you go, interest for you this evening on the radio.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off now, Dredge. I hope that's all right. There we go. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Jeez, what's wrong with people? So I've got birds in my chimney.
It does sound like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I have to get... Well, do I have to get a chimney sweep? Will a chimney sweep...
A hawk.
Oh, I'm going to get a hawk, not again. I couldn't get it out of the house last time. But a chimney sweep... Well, they're both quite damaging. A fire is going to cook them, and a chimney sweep is going to shove them. They're going to get popped up out the thing. Well, how do we deal... Oh, God, now this is a problem I was not expecting to have. How do we deal with a bird's nest in a chimney stack? That's outrageous. How rude of them. Yeah. A chimney sweep. Let me Google it. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Birds.
Can you not just get a really long pointed stick?
Pointed? No. Bird's nest in chimney. Oh, shit.
What?
People envisage that the nest will be quite small, like the traditional bird's nest you see in a tree. The fact is that birds that like to build nests in chimneys, typically jackdaws, will drop quite large twigs down the chimney until one catches at an angle or a bend in the chimney. That's exactly what they've done.
Doing.
Oh, no!
What if it's one of them bloody massive red kite things they have round your way?
It's jackdaws or swallows or kites. It's kites. Oh, there's kites everywhere. Oh, God! Jackdaws and swallows may nest in old cottages with very wide chimneys. Usually modern homes don't have enough chimney space. But here is some advice if you do find birds in your chimney. Finding birds in your chimney. It is best to prevent this from happening. Well, now you tell me.
But if it happens, what?
This can be achieved through regular sweeping of chimneys and by fitting a cowl to the chimney pot. If there are
What?
If there are currently active nests in the chimney, they must be left and fires not lit until they vacate their nests. This is for your safety regarding the risk of chimney fires, as well as it being an offence to intentionally take, damage or destroy any active wild bird's nest in the UK under the Wildlife and Countryside Act 1981.
That's that then.
Once inactive, get a chimney sweep out. And get a cowl fitted either by them or a builder. So spend the big bucks. So start spending the big bucks. Yes, line 2. Jesus. Hello? What is this? Let's try line 3. Good evening, line 3.
Evening, Ian, evening, Kath.
Good evening, line 3.
Just after when you were playing like the Rocky music, I kept getting stuck during the week.
Yeah.
I've just sent you an alternative ending to Rocky 4 on Twitter. If you want to have a look at it.
Bit busy now.
Well, you could bring it into the show. That's all. I know you've looked at YouTube videos before while you've been on air.
I haven't got it. Where have you sent it to?
Just on Twitter to you and Kath.
When did you send it?
Literally about 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago.
Nope.
I got it.
I haven't got it. Maybe I've blocked this guy. Have I blocked you?
Oh, don't think so.
I haven't blocked you. I haven't got it. Has he sent it to me? Oh, there it is. It's popped up. Okay. Okay. Well, how long is it?
No, it's only about 30 seconds, if that.
All right, we'll go 30 seconds. Okay. Is it visual?
Yeah, it's visual. Yeah.
Well.
Okay, I'm watching it. Yep.
It's more believable than the real one. That's all.
It looks good. I watched it. It looks great.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks very much. Yes, line 1. We can't hear it. It's too quiet. So if there are birds stuck in your chimney that are not nesting, then they can be... screw those guys. Clever. This is clever. This is good. If there are birds stuck in your chimney that are not nesting, so they've just, fallen in and they're stuck in the middle...
Right.
They can be retrieved by waiting until night time. This is from the RSPB. By waiting until night time and then making the room at the bottom very dark.
What?
And shining a very bright torch up the chimney. This entices the birds down to daylight and they can be caught in a sheet.
What?
I'm not catching birds in a sheet with a torch. So I've got to, what's this guy? Where's this guy? There's only one thing more boring than a friend telling you they've bought a house in the country. That's the same friend telling you about hiring and subsequently waiting in for the chimney. Well, luckily, Willis, we're not friends. So, and I wasn't telling you, you nosy get. So I've got to wait until this bird has flown. When is that?
When it goes quiet.
I can't hear anything. And then I've got to get a chimney sweep to come and put a cowl on the top and clean this. Jesus. Hey, this is Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Ian Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee
on Talk Radio.
03444991000. Call straight to air. Let's go to line 1. Good evening, line 1.
Good evening, Ian. It's Nelly. How are you?
Good, very well, thank you. What have you got for us tonight, please?
Well, I've got 3 things. You can choose whatever you want.
If one of them's a quiz, you can get stuffed.
Right, okay, I'll forget that then.
So what 2 things have you got for us?
So I could do another impression.
No. Okay. Let's hope this third one's good. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very short phone call.
It is good. It's a hashtag me poo story.
Okay, fine. Let's go for that.
So, my good wife, who has been with for 10 years, when we first started going out.
Now, you say your good wife. I'm assuming that means you've got a bad wife as well somewhere, but you don't talk about her as much. The bad wife is not involved in this story. This is just a story about the good wife.
Well, it's the same person, really, but... You know what
okay.
I mean.
Oh, fine. Wasn't The Good Wife a programme with Richard Bryars in, where they started farming? Anyway, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Yes, go on.
Good Life.
Good Life. I do apologise. Yes, that makes much more sense. Yes.
So we first started going out, and in the first few weeks, went out, stayed at her place, just have a, muck about and that.
Yeah.
And
why not? You're young and in love.
But I saw one morning in a shower, and she sort of came into the bathroom and had a wee.
Oh, well, you were in there. Was it a shower with a ribbed door so you could kind of see the outline of it?
No, it was a solid shower curtain, so there was a solid barrier there.
That's slightly better. Slightly.
Yeah. Didn't like it.
No.
But it was only a few weeks into the relationship, and
she's laying out her stall pretty early on there, literally and metaphorically.
I don't. Yeah, she still does it now. I'm not happy with this. Anyway, I'm at that point. I wasn't comfortable breaking wind in front of her.
No.
And I felt something, so I sort of took my thumb and forefinger and sort of opened my buttocks apart.
Oh, I've done that. I've pulled my buttocks apart so you don't make a noise. Yeah, I've done that. You just You never done that, Kath?
No.
You pull it apart, it doesn't make a noise. You can squeeze one out without.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I've done that. I have never. Here's the thing, Nelly. I've never, ever broken wind in a noisy fashion in front of a partner. Never. Never.
Last time do it.
No, can't do it. I think that's partly why my marriage ended. I just couldn't. I wasn't relaxed enough. I was it ended because of build-up of wind. It was just so painful I had to get out of there. That's what it was. Sorry, carry on.
But the thing is it was more than what I thought it was.
Are you about to tell us that you, a few weeks into your relationship, while you're having a shower and your then girlfriend was having a pee in the same room, you did a shit in the shower?
It wasn't big. It was just like a.
God!
And also through your extended thumb and forefinger.
Wow!
So I caught it. It was fine.
This is not true. This is not. You're making this up.
I'm not. I'm seriously not. Okay. She left, not knowing what I'd done, and I sort of clean myself up properly.
Ugh.
But it wasn't big. It was like a little tablets almost.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Nelly. It's not you. It's me. And actually, it's you. You're dumped.
Well,
do you want the impression now?
He dumped. No, we're gonna never speak of this again. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
And there's us thinking it was her that was the dirty madam.
It was him.
It was him.
It was not quite me too, but yeah. Line 2, you're on the wireless. No, God.
Who's that?
That's you.
Oh God.
Hi. I've got a couple of big issues again.
It sounds like Theresa May.
Right, big issue right now. I've never cut the cheese in front of anyone.
No. Well, I've done it in front of people, but not in front of a partner. No. I couldn't do that. That.
Well, I'll tell you a good way of cutting the cheese. Yeah.
Here we go.
If you're in a shop, in a clothes shop or something like that, look at a few clothes. There might be a few people around. Let one go silently, then walk away and look at something else. Goes down with treat. Goes down lovely. Yeah, you with me?
God, I was thinking.
Why has it got to be clothes?
Yesterday's show was too scatological. I thought tonight let's try and raise the bar a bit, but no, we're back down to this again.
No, I wouldn't burp. I wouldn't swear. I wouldn't do nothing like
You'd
that.
pass air over poo.
Okay.
Pardon?
Okay, well that's.
Shall I turn the lappy on or no?
Yeah, why are you going to sing us a song?
Oh, that's how they're setting up, I suppose, but I could do before it shuts. 1 o'clock. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, I mean, want is a strong word.
We'd allow it.
Look,
we've got nothing to fill the airtime with.
Yeah, I might as well whack the old lappy on then, yeah, I suppose.
Yes, mate, that's the attitude.
Yeah, I'll give you a call back in a little while.
That's so wonderful. It really is something to look forward to. When we see your name flash up on the screen, we'll dive straight into that phone call. Yesterday was very brown, and I was hoping. I really did. Was it yesterday or the day before?
I mean, both probably.
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, let's try and end the run of shows. Let's try and end this series before the next season starts in a week's time. Let's try and end this series on a high. And no, it's gone straight down to the back door again.
That's what the people want.
People are obsessed.
Yeah.
People are obsessed. Do women... Because here's the thing, but men are called out as being breast men or leg men or bums men. I've never been
Bumsmen?
Bumsmen.
I'm a bumsman.
A bumsman. Very lowbrow. I've never been a fan. I'm not a massive fan of boobs. I like a nice bum. I like a back.
Right.
I like a back. I think a back is a very erotic part. But do women look at men's bums?
Yeah.
To think, oh, I wouldn't mind.
Some do.
But what are they looking? Because when a man looks at a woman's bum, how do I say this? You can do something with it.
Oh wow, really? That's what that's about, is it?
But what are women? I mean, you can, but it's more expensive. But women very rarely. So what are you looking at a man's bum for? What are you hoping to get out of it? Not what Nelly was talking about, but what are you? When you look at a man's bum, what are you hoping to get out of it?
It's more about, it's more about the muscular nature of it, aesthetics. We're not necessarily hoping that we're going to be able to, in some way, interfere with it, the way it would appear men do.
Okay.
Which is a new one on me.
Yeah.
I just thought it was about shape. I like a well-turned shoulder.
You like a shoulder, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like a shoulder. You want someone.
No one ever said. But no one ever says I'm a shoulder woman or I'm a behind the knees kind of guy. No one ever says that. It's always boobs and bums.
Everyone's got their thing, I think.
Yeah, I'm a little toe kind of chap. That's the thing that gets me going.
Yeah, that's some kind of pervert.
Let's line one. What kind of guy or gal are you?
Hello?
Yeah. What kind of guy or gal are you?
What's that mean?
It means what kind of guy or gal are you?
I'm just myself, isn't it?
Okay, but what kind of guy or gal are you?
I'm just a guy, basically.
Okay, but what kind of guy or gal are you?
Give me an example. What kind of guy or gal are you?
I'm behind the knees kind of guy. What kind of guy or gal are you?
No, but I don't think this is radio appropriate, is it?
Well, what kind of guy or gal are you?
It isn't radio appropriate, is it, Ian?
I'll decide that.
It depends. So it depends what kind of guy or gal you are. So I ask again, madam, what kind of guy or gal are you?
From the back.
Thanks very much indeed.
Oh.
From the back.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Sorry, I should have asked for a bed. It doesn't matter. No, there it is. I don't want it now. I do want it, actually. I don't want it. I do want it. I don't want it. 0344. There's only another 58 minutes to go, and then it's home time. Then I'm on my holidays. My holidays are starting. It's funny, I'm going away with the boys next week, and I'm so thrilled. I love those kids so much. And we're going to have such a laugh. It's just me and them. It's 4 nights together, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 nights together, and we're going to have a laugh. We're taking our bikes. Spent all day trying to get a bike rack on the back of my car, and I was anyway. Take our bikes, going to go to the woods. We're going to do archery. We're doing like a for kids woodland survival day where you learn how to make a den. I think you learn how to start fires and stuff like that. Oh, I must get a torch. I must get a torch tomorrow because we're going to go out in the night. Although, out of nowhere, they said. So in the woods, right? They're 7 and 9, right? In the woods at night time, is Jason going to be there? I said, well, who? Is Jason going to be there? I said, who's Jason? They said, he's a guy and he wears a mask and he's got like a chainsaw.
Oh my God.
I mean, you mean Jason from the Friday the 13th films? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I said, no, Jason is not going to be there. Can we watch the trailer for Jason? Now, I made the mistake of showing them the trailer of The Ring. That was a big mistake. Every 20 seconds, my youngest would cover his eyes and go, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, press play again. And then 20 seconds. Okay, stop it, stop it. You could do it in 20-second chunks. I said, guys, I'm not showing you the trailer for I've never even seen a Friday the 13th film. I imagine they're not very good, but quite slash-tastic. I said, guys, I'm not going to show you that. Is he real? Are the films real?
What, a documentary?
Yeah, I said, no, the films are not real. It's just Jason is not going to be there. Because I do want to, I know that I want to go out, for like a midnight walk and they will cack their pants and they won't want to do it. But particularly if they think that Jason's going to be there. But so we're going there next week, and it's in these woods, and it's kind of on the outskirts of a town. So we'll spend a bit of time in the woods, and then we'll go into the town and maybe go and see a film. Or I might save the cinema to the week after because I want to see Shazam, which looks brilliant. But we might go into the town. We might find a swimming pool. They're really into swimming at the moment. Do some bike rides. So we got stuff to do. There's a little cafe there, so we can go and eat there. But I'm going to do a big Tesco shop on Monday morning, so we got food to have in the cabin and all of this. But as any parent will tell you, going away with your kids, particularly when it's like one parent going and you got no one to share it with. That's not a holiday for the adult. It's fun. I cannot wait. I'm going to laugh so much because those boys just are the funniest people I've ever met. They make me laugh and laugh and laugh. And it's going to be great. But it ain't going to be relaxing for me. No, it's not a rest. Because they're going to be getting up at like 6:30, 7 every morning. There'll be no PlayStation. I might take the Switch. But there ain't going to be no PlayStation.
I think unless you're going away with, 15 and 16-year-olds, and that's a whole different kind of holiday, it's just the same thing somewhere else, isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't see enough of my kids. I see them actually, I see them every week. Normally a couple of times a week at least, but I miss them a lot, and so I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to take some books, we're going to take some Unos, a couple of board games. We will have the Switch, but that's not what it's going to be about. I know the place that we're staying in, they've given me like the entertainment package, so we got movies to watch and stuff. But it's going to be tiring. So I'm thinking I might take a week off in May. On my own. I need to find out my favourite Japanese band. My favourite Japanese band are Box, and I need to find out if they're doing any gigs this year, because I'm kind of toying with the idea of going to Japan at some point and seeing Box do a concert. That for me would be the dream. The dream holiday. Go to Japan for 10 days and go and see my band and go and get some good food. And I've got some good friends over there. And so I'm going to email Saiko, who is... tell you what, let's talk to line 1 while I send an email to my friend in Japan. Good evening, line 1. You're on the wireless.
Right, Ian, I'm sorry about that.
God, that made me want to puke.
I haven't got the sorry, yeah, well, I haven't, unfortunately, I haven't got the lappy on, but I've got a song ready, yeah?
Okay, here we go.
Here it goes. I want some girl.
Sorry, stop. Could you cough or have a drink of water or something? Because you are rolling grollies there and it makes me want to chunder.
Wow.
I'm a bit cold.
Everyone's a critic, Andre.
Seriously.
People said the same thing when Bob Dylan went electric.
No, so I've got a bit of a sore larynx on me at the moment.
Can you cough? Just clear a little bit. Okay.
All right, here we go then. I want some girl to wreck it for me, a big strong girl to wreck it for me, and if she's ugly, I don't mind. She has a palm and I wanna grind, let her wreck it for me. My dick is in a terrible state.
Okay, what did he say? My dick is in a terrible
state, which is probably true.
I think that. Imagine the state of his. It must be rancid. It's like a dairy farm down there. Let's go to line 2. Good evening, line 2.
You're right, Ian.
I'm absolutely great, yes.
So, Ian, can you please do like one of your prank calls?
Oh, God.
I don't do prank calls.
Yeah, but I went on YouTube once and searched your name, basically. And there's like many of your prank calls, and they're like quite chucklesome.
Why don't you go back there and enjoy a few more?
I don't do prank calls.
Because I looked at them all. I really want you to do a live prank call. I beg you, please.
Well, name one prank call I've done.
The Barclays one, the Barclays scammers.
That wasn't a prank call. That was scammers who tried to rip me off, and I called them out. That wasn't a prank. That was serious. That was serious, hard-hitting journalism.
Yeah, but you're really funny in that call.
I'm a funny guy. I'm one of the funniest. Who farted?
Please, can you do like a prank call or so? Oh, you prank call talks for. That's the one you did. That's the one I remember.
Okay, thanks. I can tell you now, caller, I will not be doing any prank calls ever again. Thanks very much for your call. Now, just bear with me. I'm going to do a wicked prank call. Hang on, I'm going to phone him back. And I'm going to prank him. Right.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, hi there. This is the police from Texas. I believe you called us. This is the police from Texas. I believe you called us. What's the problem, sir? What's the problem, sir? Is there a problem? You're wasting police. You're wasting very precious. You're wasting very precious police time. What the hell is going on here?
So I just wanted to...
Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this piece of trash? You're wasting police time. We're trying to hunt down the son of Osama bin Laden, and you're wasting our time. You're a goddamn piece of trash. You wasting police time again. I'm going to put a cap up your ass. And that's how you do a prank call. That's how you do it. Simple as. Simple as. Here's the thing, right? And he won't be listening. He has genuinely just given us tacit permission to properly prank call him. So when I get back from holiday, we're going to come in before the show and we're going to prank Mo and record it because he's given us permission. He's asked for a prank call. This is what I did when I was at LBC. Sheila from Cockfosters found out, you should do prank calls, Ian. You should do prank calls. Don't do prank calls, they're lazy. You should do prank calls. I said, I'm not going to do it. I'd never fall for one. The next day I phoned her up and told her I was the police and that she'd been caught shoplifting and that we wanted her to come in, and she shit herself. So we'll get Mo at some point. We'll do a prank call.
Mo just unleashed the whirlwind.
In it. Good evening, Line 1. You're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, Line 1. I'm looking while I'm talking. I'm not completely focused. I am looking at night vision deserves a quiet light. I'm looking at night vision goggles.
Why?
because I want to go in the woods at night and see. But they're all quite they're quite expensive.
No. What you should do is get a Jason mask.
Oh, no, don't scare my little babies. No, don't scare my little babies.
Just you don't have to wear it. Just put it on their bed at night.
See, there's all these things, right? There's all these things that they're like the night vision goggles. They're like really, they're like 150, 200 quid. But then there's these things called SpyX night mission goggles, and what they are, they're like glasses that have like a little light coming off the front. So you got like little lights coming off the front, and I'm really tempted to get. Let me look at the video for these goggles. Hang on. Here we go.
It's up to 15 meters away.
15 meters.
SpyX Power Scope. Spy on your enemies, day or night.
Your enemies.
SpyX Night Vision Goggles.
There we go.
See in the dark up to 8 meters away. SpyX Wrist Talkies. Talk with other spies over 3K away. SpyX. Spy like a pro. Anywhere, anytime. SpyX Roll-In Spybug, Power Scope, Night Vision Goggles, and Wrist Talkies. Each sold separately.
I'm not convinced that they're going to do. I might just buy. We've got walkie-talkies already, so I might just buy a torch.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. Sorry. Yes.
How are you supposed to spy on someone if they've got lights on them? I mean, sort of.
That makes. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
a little bit of a giveaway.
It's a little bit funny, but in that video, I have to say, it was 3 young men in their 13, 14 who seemed to be spying on a girl who was about 16 who was making popcorn, and then when they jumped out to reveal their spying, she threw the popcorn in the air.
Oh.
So I'm
They're
not
training them early then.
I don't know exactly what their mission was, but if it was to make a girl throw popcorn in the air, they succeeded. All 3 of them.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, what can we do for you, line 1?
I just phoned up to say hello, and you were talking about what women like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
No, that's not to be confused. That's not to be confused with the Oscar-winning movie "What Women Want," with starring Mel Gibson, which is a great movie. And if any men really want to understand women in this #MeToo era, I would suggest watching "What Women Want" because it really does help you get inside the minds of ladies.
If I read that film right, what women wanted was for him to steal all their ideas and then use their own mind to kind of stalk them.
Yeah, they wanted an anti-Semite to bully them slightly.
But he didn't call her sugar tits, so maybe he's improved.
He's improved. He's learning. He's learning. Okay, so go on. Yeah, go on.
Well, no, I was just thinking, right. Well, I'm bi, so I can go. I like a bit of both.
Yes.
But with men, I quite like a hairline on a man. I have a knack.
What's a hairline?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
What do you mean, trouser beard?
No, their hairline. Their actual hairline.
I don't know what that means.
Forehead or neck?
Or your hairline, your forehead, see, See, I'm getting all. No, the hairline. Your hairline.
I don't know what that means.
Nice hairline.
What do you mean?
You know what a hairline is?
No, I don't. That's why I keep saying I don't know what you mean, because I don't know what you mean. What is a hairline?
The way your hair. Oh, the shape of your hair on your head.
Right.
I don't know what this means.
Well, where your skin turns into hair.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what? The hairline, that's not a word.
Like the difference between your forehead and your actual hair.
Hairline isn't a word.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Of course it's a word.
Okay, I don't believe you.
And, well, look it up. And I have a knack for knowing if a bloke is good looking by the back of his head.
Okay, that's a skill.
Yeah, that is a skill, and it's not failed me.
The back of the hair at the back of my neck now meets the hair at the top of my back.
Mm.
It's now just one line from the top of my head all the way down right to my arse crack.
My granddad used to be like that, and I remember vividly I
don't care anymore.
One of my early memories was my mum shaving my granddad's neck, so shaving his hairline in.
They do that. Do you mean hairline at the back or the front?
No, the front. You know, like some people have like a widow's peak and things like that.
I like a widow's peak, but
that's what a hairline is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
well, we're there. We're in. I like
I
like the hairline of men that have got really expensive wigs. Because you can only tell if you're getting close, and I like seeing the fake hair and the tiny little bit of matting underneath that is affixed.
We were fascinated by Ted Danson for a long time.
Ted Danson's hair is a work of art.
Yeah, what is that about?
Well, I think I've worked it out.
You think it's long at the front?
Yeah, I think he's got long at the front, and he sweeps it. Oh, he's got like some kind of the main sort of bulk of the hairpiece is in the middle, and he sort of combs his ordinary hair around it.
Right. Yeah.
So he's got this lovely big white bouffant, and it looks luxuriant and thick, but actually what you've just got is a really long fringe and sideys.
Yeah. Oh,
he's done a good job though. Oh. Fair play.
It's a good job.
It looks great.
Hairline.
So hairlines.
And the other one.
Yes.
Neck to jaw ratio.
What do you mean?
That isn't a
thing.
Like,
for example, Paul Newman.
Yeah. Oh, so you like his chin to jut out?
If you look at him from the side,
yes.
His neck to jaw ratio is very attractive. It's quite Caesar-like.
Okay. I'm getting
that.
That
makes sense.
It makes absolutely no sense at all, Sally, but thank you very much for your call. It's appreciated, in as much as it filled in some time. So thank you for that, you deviant. Let's go. Hey, it's Nigel in Maidstone.
Hey.
Hello?
Hello, Nigel.
Oh, hi, Ian. Hi, Catherine.
Hiya.
What you got for us, Nigel?
I've just woken up. Well, Catherine asked me to ring the show.
It's the year 2032. You've been asleep for 13 years.
Imagine.
13 years, Nigel.
I've just done the washing up and cleaned the saucepan very quickly before I rang the show.
Never clean a saucepan quickly. It's worth taking time over.
Never cleaned it quicker.
It's worth taking time over to have a nice clean saucepan.
I went to Helen Grant's earlier.
Yep, the MP.
And yes, at the place. I've got an appointment on Monday to see someone from Croft to do with helping people with bills and finances on Monday. Yeah.
Great. Well, that's great. That's great. It sounds like things are starting to move forward a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't sound convinced.
I'm so tired all the time. I'm not taking any more tablets. I just feel drained all the time.
Nigel, you've got to speak to your doctor about the tablets. You can't just stop taking. You can't keep stopping and starting or stopping. You've got to follow your doctor's instructions.
I'm taking the same amount. It's just I feel a lot tighter for some reason.
Okay.
And I just curled up on the bed. I just seem to want to keep sleeping all the time.
Well, then don't fight it, man. Embrace it. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Your body is telling you need.
I'm not really asleep. I feel tired, but I'm not really asleep properly, you know.
Well, you can rest because your body is telling you that you've been under a lot of stress and you're exhausted and you need a rest.
I've got to go and see a man tomorrow at 80 to try and borrow some money because I haven't got any money till Wednesday. And there's things I want. Thank you for the food, of course, but there's things I need to buy
Okay, hang on a second. Who are you going? Hang on, Nigel. Who are you going to see about borrowing money from?
A friend of mine. It's just a friend. He has been a friend for a long time.
What's his job? Has he got a job?
No, he's retired. He's 80. He's 80.
Right.
He's retired.
Have you borrowed money from him before?
Yes, from his wife. Yes.
Okay. And then you pay it back?
No, they didn't want it back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, what do you need to buy that you haven't got? Because I bet you don't need it.
Well, I can't get anything to shave. I need to shave. I don't want to go a bit, and I need to get Imodium. So I have Imodium every day, which is a couple of pounds a day, and I need to get my prescription on Monday, which I can't get. You have to pay for some prescriptions because it's private.
Well, go and have a word. As long as you need to.
Basically, all I need is about 20 quid to go on with till Wednesday. About £20.
Okay, well, go and have a word with your friend and see what he says.
But I shouldn't. I've asked various people today, but I just couldn't get any money.
No, well, go and speak to your friend.
That's what I'm so fed up about.
Yeah, I know. Well, hopefully, when you speak to this person on Monday, hopefully they're going to be able to start going through your bills and your benefits and maybe help point you in the direction of saving a bit of money.
Owe the bank money because of they should have got. I went to the bank and they said that. The council should have got permission.
Okay. Well, listen, Nigel. You need to speak to this person on Monday, okay? Because there's nothing we can do now.
Well, I'm supposed to sign something before they take the money out of the bank.
You need to. Nigel, there's nothing we can do about it now. So you Nigel. Please listen, mate. There's nothing we can do about it now. So you need to speak to. You need to tell all of this to the person that you meet on Monday, okay?
It's Mother's Day Sunday, and I wanted to buy her some flowers.
Okay, well, you might not be able to. Yeah, I know it's sad, but you've got to be realistic, okay?
Well, I did have another friend that promised me some money, and he hasn't turned up.
Okay, listen, times are tough for everybody. Maybe they haven't got the money. You can't.
Nobody seems to have any money, do they?
No, they don't. No one has any money these days. You can't.
Everyone I speak to doesn't seem to have any money.
Yep, you can't keep being reliant on other people, so you need to speak to this person on Monday and tell them everything, and hopefully they will be able to help sort things out. Okay? All right?
Okay.
All right, Nigel. Have a good weekend, mate.
Yes, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't know. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Call straight to air until 1 o'clock when Martin Kellner comes in. Good evening, line 1. You're on the wireless.
Michael Rosenreich in Paris.
I cannot understand a word you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
It's really muffled. Why is everyone...
Is it any better now?
Why is everyone unable to use telephones anymore? What is wrong? Everyone's muffled. Everyone's talking like that. I can't hear them.
Is the enunciation better now?
It's not the enunciation, because that's not a thing. It's the muffledness of the phone call. Hello? They've gone. Thank God, because it was pointless.
Phone in. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is that Ian?
Yes, it's Ian. Is that a muffled drunk man?
Ian. It's Dougie. A couple of years ago, you dissed me off. I apologise. Going through the same shit as what you and Nigel were going through. Just being put on different drugs from psycho, whatever you call them, antidepressants.
Right.
Fragabalin, they put me on. Right. Don't know if you know about them.
I don't. I'm not a pharmacist or a doctor, so I don't know what specific drugs are and what they do. I'm afraid I only know what the drugs I take.
I know.
I do. So
I'm in the same bubble, Bud. I am in the same bubble.
I don't know what that means. What bubble is that?
Depression.
Okay, right.
Anxiety, depression. Feel like ending it all. Last time I spoke to you, you're talking about taking your kids out. Yeah. My youngest I take him fishing. I go carp fishing now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I say under psychiatrist doctor, change me tablets.
Yes.
Search for lean or something.
Right. Okay. Like I say, I'm not a pharmacist, so yeah.
No, I know, but it took me off of that, and they put me on.
Okay. Is it working or not?
To be honest, bud. Well, you're not me, bud, but honest, Ian, I feel different.
Right, but is it working or not?
I don't know. What does normal feel like?
I didn't ask if it was normal. I asked if they were working.
It feels better than what I was on.
Then there you go. Then it's doing something. Are you mixing it with street drugs?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Take, that's rich man's
What's
stuff.
your language? Just shut up and watch your language. One more swear and you're off. So what are you taking?
Diazepam.
Right, and you're buying that off the street, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then that's why you feel lousy, mate. What else are you taking?
Me prescription drugs.
What?
Just me prescription drugs.
Okay, well, listen. How do you think mixing street drugs with your prescription drugs is gonna work? It ain't gonna work. So listen, if you want to get well, you've got to put some effort in and do some work. And one of the things you got to do is stop taking street drugs.
Yeah, but Ian.
No. There's no yeah, but you just got to stop taking street drugs. And it took me years to get that. I was on all kinds of antidepressants. I know. Will you shut up? I was on all kinds of antidepressants and keeping it quiet from my doctor and my psych that I was also smoking loads of weed, doing loads of pills and taking loads of cocaine. And then when I said that, a light went off and the doctors went, well, do you think maybe there might be a connection between you being depressed and you doing cocaine and ecstasy and weed? And I went, no. And for years I went, no. And then I realised that there probably was.
I know. Right, don't shout at me. Right, you got
don't give me a butt then. Just don't give me a butt. I won't shout at you if you don't give me a butt. You need to stop taking the diazepam.
Yeah, but
there's a but.
Time I spoke to you.
There's a but.
You
There's a but.
Me,
there's your butt. You're saying you're phoning up to tell me.
I can't talk. Look after your kids.
Yeah, I know. I need to look after my kids. That's what I'm doing.
And you are. That's
yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Stuggy. I can't talk to anyone tonight who's drunk or stoned. I can't do it because it's too frustrating for me.
I'm not drunk or not stoned.
So why are you slurring your words?
I'm because I had diabetes.
Yeah, exactly. So you're stoned. So I can't talk to you, man, because you're slurring your words. You're not listening to anything I'm saying, and nothing's going in. I'm wasting my breath talking to you, man.
I have.
Thanks very much for your call, because that's not what I said at all. Didn't say you were effed up. I'm getting to the conclusion when people are that wasted, it's just pointless. Just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time because he's not listening. He's high as a kite, or as diazepam is a downer, I think, isn't it? It's a diazepam, so it's going to make you drowsy, and sleepy. So none of the excellent advice I'm giving is going to help. So there's no point in me giving my excellent advice. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And also, if you're going to drop 2 F-bombs, I missed the first one, but I got the second one. If you're going to do 2 F-bombs, and I can't help. And you're only doing 2 F-bombs because you're...
He's scared. He seems to shout at me then.
Yes?
Hello, Ian?
Yes?
That's Basil.
Hello, Basil.
Hello, Ian.
Long time no speak.
Yes.
I liked your picture earlier on of you with the Frank Sidebottom record. Thank you for the support.
Oh, good. I love Frank.
Have you seen the film yet?
No, not yet. I've not even played the record yet. But
well, thank you for the support, man. That's great. It's appreciated.
I used to chat with Frank years ago on MySpace.
Oh, okay. You know that they've, like last week, they accidentally deleted nearly all of the first 15 years of MySpace. So everything that was on there is gone.
I've not been on there for a year. I'm not sure if I've probably gone as well. Then I've not.
Well,
been on there for
our
years,
pages were. We looked at our pages a couple of weeks ago, but none of us could remember our login.
No, I don't know what mine is. I'll never get back on there again now, if I could.
Well,
so, do you know? Have you ever watched a TV show that you thought you were going to really hate, and then you ended up loving it?
Sex and the City.
Was that one? Oh, I never watched that.
Oh, mate, I love that, and I used to watch it ironically with a girlfriend. It may have been I can't remember. Maybe my wife. Can't remember. I used to watch it ironically, and then about 3 episodes in, I thought, "Oh, this is really good, actually." But I can't now pretend. I can't now drop the thing and say that I'm enjoying it. So I just used to slag it off. But actually, I used to love it. It's a great program.
Yeah, my wife loves RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh yes,
yeah, it's a good show, man. RuPaul is. I don't quite understand. I don't understand it, but it's fun to watch.
Well, she was watching it.
Hot girls, just hot girls on there. I love it.
Yeah, I came in and out of the room and it was on, and I said, "What is this?" And I walked out of the room again, and she tried to describe what it was like. And it just sounded terrible.
Yeah.
But I started to. Sometimes I'd sit in the room and it'd be on, and I'd be looking at it out the corner of my eye, and then gradually, bit by bit, I got into it, and now it's one of my favourite shows now.
It's weird. It's a weird program. I don't really watch it religiously, but the first half is like these sort of geeky, horrible, bitchy men. The second half is just hot girls. I say let the hot girls do the whole show. Get rid of the guys at the start. I don't know what that's about. Equal opportunities, I suppose. Just have those hot women.
Don't tell him, Basil.
All the way through, man, alive. I'm living on my own now, so I can enjoy that show to the max.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nice, very nicely tucked, most of them are.
Sorry? Tucked. He said tucked. He said tucked.
Yeah.
I hope he said tucked after our last call. Yeah, no, it's weird. Although RuPaul's got to be like 65 now.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Do you remember when RuPaul did that song with Elton John?
Yeah.
The Kiki D song.
I saw the video just yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah. You went on YouTube a bit, did you, and did some research? RuPaul's hot. RuPaul's hot. If I was still drinking, I'd probably and RuPaul took a shine to me. Then I could see us having a bit of fun one night.
It's 58.
Oh yeah,
58.
58.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
fine.
It's in his prime.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
Certainly
She's in
is.
her prime.
In her prime. Basil, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Just for the record, I can have a shit in front of my partner.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, that's good to know that, and that's excellent stuff indeed. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Hang a minute. Someone sent me a text that's like the size of War and Peace. Hang on, I can't. Okay, right. Okay, I thank you. I haven't got time to read that. Call straight to air. Last 25 minutes of the show. Line 4. You're on the wireless.
Brexit. I'm on Team Julia Hartley Brewer, and you're a Liberal cook. Free Tommy Robinson. Aye, twat.
Thank you very much indeed.
They've cancelled Brexit.
That's the news. That's the latest that we've got there. Let's go to line 7. You're on the wireless.
Just for the record, I can't have a shit in front of my partner.
Okay, could people stop phoning up and telling us whether they can or cannot defecate in front of their partners, please? Crying out loud. Do not care. I am not interested in any of that.
Baby.
What you got, Boyley?
All right, have this.
Have it.
Jesus Christ found in Margate woman's halloumi wrap.
Oh, well, I was going to... Yeah, I've got that. Go on.
Lucy says she had the distinct feeling she was being watched as she made the snack. A woman feared the rapture...
Wrap. I could have a halloumi wrap right now. Have we got pizza out there? Are you taking yours home with you?
No.
No? I'm taking yours home with me.
You are.
Beautiful.
I already put it in your box.
Beautiful.
A woman feared the rapture
I have to hide it because the cats eat it.
Yeah, make sure you do, because they're evil.
Okay.
Rapture with a W was coming when she claims to have spotted the face of Jesus Christ in a tortilla.
Jesus Christ.
Lucy from Margate, Kent, says she had the distinct feeling she was being watched by the guaca-holy president.
Okay.
Presence. And she made herself a halloumi
You said
wrap.
president.
I know.
And that kind of ruined the story.
Mr. President.
To you.
Oh, the 31-year-old noticed the portion she'd torn off to munch appeared to have eyes gazing up on her. Mr. President, stop it. Stunned, she claims to have put the two pieces back together and saw his voluminous, beard and all, stamped on her tortilla. Mr. President. Lucy told The Sun online, I bought it from Morrison's and tore a bit off to eat. When I got home, I noticed two eyes peeping back at me and instinctively decided to... This is what you just said, but now you're allowing her to say it. Lo and behold, the bottom half had a full beard. I sent it to all my friends, and they reckon it's definitely Jesus.
Now, here's the thing, right, because we all know Jesus to be that drippy-looking guy with the long, straight hair. But wasn't Jesus black?
Well, he would have been Middle Eastern, wouldn't he?
So he would have been swarthy at the very, very least.
Yeah.
But we have him as this white guy with
blue eyes.
With blue eyes, with the long, very thin, like Neil from The Young Ones kind of hair.
Yeah.
And all of the 12 disciples, some of them are blonde even, that they're all very white. I would suggest English.
Or European looking, yeah.
Well, they're not even European. They're not even really European, I don't think. I think they look English. But there's not a hint of swarthiness or you know, any kind of tincture. Tincture's the right word, but it's a great word. There's not even a tan. There's not even a suntan there.
Isn't that because of, like, you know, Renaissance art, and they would have, the fairer the better back then?
No, it's because Jesus is made up. He's made up. I think they're all made up. Allah, Jesus, God, Muhammad. I think all of these are made up. They're all made up to keep us under control.
Do you not believe... You're a spiritual person, though, aren't you?
I believe in a higher power. I believe in energy. I believe in the cosmos. I believe in the universe. I believe in trees.
Isn't that God?
It's not Jesus.
All right.
God and Jesus is different. Jesus is the physical representation of God. And I don't believe that. I don't believe Muhammad. I don't believe Allah. I don't believe God with a capital G. You're sitting on a cloud with a beard. I believe there is a cosmic energy that somehow feeds this whole universe, and that we are all cosmic dust. You know that the if we took a particle from you and we took a particle from a planet 1 million light years away, there would be the same stuff in there. That's where we come from. All of that we come from this force that is around us. But it ain't God, it ain't Jesus, it ain't Muhammad, it ain't Vishnu, it ain't a bloody 8-armed elephant with a sword.
In their purest form, though, aren't all the religions like a good guess?
No, it's all made up. It's all made up to control people. I'm really getting into buying into the thing. It's control, man. It's all about controlling. You know, the whole heaven and hell thing. I don't know. Islam must have a heaven and hell. Well, they got paradise, obviously, because the 27 virgins or whatever it is, and milk and honey or something. I'm not quite sure. But they must have an equivalent of hell.
Isn't it true that in the Bible there is no mention of a hell?
Yes.
Hell is just absence of God.
Correct.
Right.
Hell wasn't hell made up like 1500 years ago or something? It's all,
the fiery pit and the...
It's nonsense. The whole thing is nonsense, man. This is it. Once this ends, I'm sorry, I hate to say it to you. Once this ends, then we're done, and our energy might go off into the cosmos and become part of something else. But your consciousness, in terms of going, oh, hey, I'm Katherine and I'm Iain, and that's it. And then what? You go and meet like your teacher and Marilyn Monroe, who are dead. It doesn't happen, I'm afraid.
You don't think we recirculate?
I think the energy goes off into something else, maybe, but not something not something you're conscious of. Mm-hmm. It goes off into space. That's it. This is it, Sam. This is all we got. And we're getting calls from people telling me that whether they can or cannot defecate in front of their partners. And this is it. This is our one time around. And that's what people are choosing to phone me up to say. Let's try line one. Good evening, line one.
Hello, Iain. How you doing, right?
I'm very well, line one. What have you got for us?
Good. I've got a few things. Firstly, a riddle.
Riddle me this. Away you go, madam.
Yeah? Okay. A farmer had 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Say that again.
A farmer had 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Well, none of them did because there were no bulls or cocks. Next.
No, wrong.
Go on.
That's wrong.
Go on then. You tell me your answer.
Okay. 28 chickens, yeah? 10 didn't.
What?
20.
Yeah? Think about it. You eaten something?
I'm going to come. I'm going to punch you in the throat with my nunchucks. Next.
All right then.
Next. This guy's winding me up. Have we done the adverts yet? No. Well, they're going to do them soon because this guy's winding me up. You're winding me up.
All right then.
You listen to you laughing like the bloody Joker. You're laughing like the Joker and the Riddler teamed up together, and you think I'm Batman. I'm the Batman. I'm the Batman. I'm going to hunt you down. You'll have this laugh.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. You have this laugh, but I'm going to hunt you down.
Catch me if you can.
I'm going to catch. Oh, I'm going to catch you. Oh, I'm going to catch you, boy.
Good luck.
Yeah, good. I don't need luck. I don't need luck. You have the good luck. I don't want it. I'm giving you your good luck back, and then some. You're going to need it. What's point 2?
Huh?
What is point 2?
Square box, round pizza, triangle slices. Confused much?
What is this? Have you been watching like 80s American stand-up or something? You have, haven't you? You've been watching you've been watching like Carrot Top or something. You've been watching like the Comedy Club.
I'm a bit young for that. I'm only 25.
You make me want to puke. One more thing. You cut off. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Call straight to air 0344 499 1000. Yes, line 3. You're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
What's your language?
Yeah.
You dropped two. Two F-bombs. That's not most other shows would not let you back on ever. I've let you back on. What's your language, man?
I know. Yeah. The answer's 2.
What is the answer?
To the question.
Okay.
About 28 chickens.
Okay.
It's 2.
Okay.
Because... But, Ian...
Dude, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you because this is killing me. This is killing me. I can't talk to someone who's as wasted as you are, man. It's bad for my health.
Number. Text me sometime.
Never going to text you. I don't text listeners. Never going to text you. You need to stop taking street drugs and you need to go and speak to your doctor. That's what you need to do.
I'm seeing a psychiatrist.
Okay, well,
they put me on different drugs.
Yeah, but you're buying diazepam.
Yeah, it helps me with...
No, it doesn't help you with anything. It messes everything else up. Does your psychiatrist know?
Ian,
Does your psychiatrist...
you know the score.
Yeah, I know. I know it better than you. Does your psychiatrist know you're taking diazepam?
Yeah.
Right, he does. Okay,
that's what they put me on, Pragabalin or something.
All right, well, listen, I wish you the very best. I wish you the very best of luck with it, all right? I hope you get things sorted.
That's cool beans, right? If you got my number, right, just text me sometime.
Never going to text you, dude.
I don't want your number. I don't want, you know, you mean...
Okay, thanks very much for your call. That was getting weird. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless. Hello? Okay, that's great. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hell.
Hello, line 3.
Comes from the word shoel.
Right.
Which means grave. It's the word in Hebrew which means grave, but they rewrote it.
What is he talking about?
Hell.
Hell. Okay. Ah, well, there you go. So hell is.
Sure.
Okay.
You got it. Yep. Shoel was the Hebrew word. They replaced it with the word hell. All shoel meant was grave.
So the Shirelles means graves. So the female.
Shoel, that's right.
The female vocal group, the Shirelles, means graves.
No, that's the Shirelles. We're talking about Shoels here.
Shirelles.
I think it's CHO.
I was confused with the Shirelles. I can't think what the Shirelles hit was.
One Fine Day.
There we go. Thank you. Excellent. I knew we'd get there in the end. Got anything?
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got 1 week off.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
All right, let's see what I've got here.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Oh my God. Yes, man.
All right, man told he must walk 5-foot pet lizard on a lead in case it attacks dogs or children.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he's got a
You ever seen someone taking a cat for a walk?
Yes.
It's funny, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It looks great. It looks great. Taking a cat for a walk on a leash.
You know, my sister's cat wasn't an outdoor cat, but he did used to go out on a lead, but just around the back garden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We took, when we moved with Toby when I was 11, we took him around the back garden on a leash. But you see sometimes people walking their cats down the street.
Yeah.
Yes, line 1.
Bill's an Xmas. Bill, what would you like to say?
Do you know what? An apology. I was wrong. Come on, I was wrong. And I think you're absolutely right. I think that, do you know what? You are right, I was wrong. For some reason, I thought we were better off. And clearly I was
Oh, this is
wrong.
Limmy's Brexit song. Right, this is Limmy's Brexit song.
People that told you we would be. I've spent the whole
James
morning
O'Brien.
they've been whispering in your ear. Not for 2.5 years, for 30 years.
I was wrong. I am so sorry.
Oh, Bill, mate, come on.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
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 So sorry.
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
So sorry.
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
So sorry.
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country?
Bill.
What have I done to my country? So sorry. What have I done to my country? What have I done to my country? What have I done to my country?
We're seeing Limmy in a couple of weeks.
Good.
Thank you very much indeed. I could have listened to that all night. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. It's racist Jonathan, and I'm just calling you from my little room here. And you know what day it is, Ian?
Is it? It's not release day, is it?
I don't think so. It's Brexit, Ian.
They've cancelled Brexit. They've cancelled Brexit. Are you mad?
You what, Ian? I'm stuck here, and I only had that one thing to look forward to.
Okay. He's getting out soon, I think. I think he gets out in April.
I was wondering.
0344 499 1000. Cannot wait to talk to him. Cannot wait. Not that I don't in any way condone what he did, but I cannot wait to talk to him. Can you? I'm so excited.
I had so many questions.
Yeah. And again, he's in prison because he committed a crime and he did some horrendous things, right? Horrendous. Don't condone it in the slightest. But I can't wait to talk to him. Cannot wait. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hey. Hello, line 1.
Yes, Ian, how's the farm going?
The farm is going very well, thank you. You're muffled as well. Why can't anyone use a bloody phone properly?
No, I just had a loudspeaker because I was waiting for
I can't understand what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, don't go, and then Carol, I can't understand. Hello, line 2.
Hello, Ian, it's the Frank Sidebottom impersonator.
Hello, boss.
Long time no speak, how's it going?
Very, very well, Frank Sidebottom impersonator.
Alright, I just wanted to say to everyone, go and see the new Frank Sidebottom one. Not you, because it's been a long time coming, you know it has. It really has.
Thank you. Line 3, you're on. Go and see the Frank Sidebottom film this weekend if you get the chance, guys. Go and see it. It's a joy. Hello, line 1.
All right, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, line 1. What have you got for us?
I was just phoning to compliment you on your advice to the two gentlemen that called in this evening. I myself am going through a PIP application.
Hey, good luck. I hope you've got a degree to help you fill it in.
I'm on month 14 of the application.
Jeez, it's disgusting.
I've got a tribunal next month. I've got charts I've got diagrams.
Are you saying that you got turned down first time?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let us know. Let us know what they say at the tribunal, because isn't it something like 70%? I think of the appeals get overturned, don't they? 69%
overturned,
which is incredible. They don't want you to have your money.
No, and it's tricks as well. You go to the meetings, you go online, read as much as you can, talk to Citizens Advice is my advice here.
When is your court date? When's your court date?
It is the 16th.
And will you get a definite decision then, or is there a chance it could go on? It will then gets put onto another date, or is that a yes no?
It should be a yes no,
right?
But the last time I went through it was in the Scottish legal system, and that went through. But in the English legal system, apparently it's a bit different.
Of course it is.
So
you Scots have got a good legal system. Ours sucks. That seems to be. Listen, we have to go because we're out of time. I want to take one more call. Can you give us a call and let us know how it goes? I'll be really interested to see what happens.
Only if you tell your man with his meeting on Monday to just keep the faith and persist.
Keep the faith. Thank you very much. Best of luck with that. They don't want people to have their money. 69% of the appeals get overturned.
It's as if there's something wrong with it in the first place.
Incredible. Hello, line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. It's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
I just wanted to say have a good week. I've just tuned in for the last hour and
nice
based on
one,
some of the calls. I think you need the week off.
You saying I sound a little bit grouchy?
No, I just think
I feel it
a week
grouchy.
will do you.
Thank you very much.
All I wanted to say.
May God bless you, Mark. Thank you. Let's take one more call. Hello, line 3. You're the last call of the night on this show.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath. I just want to wish you a pleasant week's holiday, Ian. I think you've earned it, and I hope you have a real nice break with the boys. And can I thank you and Kath for what you're trying to do for Nigel?
You're bumlet.
I think it's really much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Barry. You're a good man. Thank you. Martin Kellner.
Yeah, hi, you all right?
I got a present for you.
Oh, you got a present?
It's the Being Frank soundtrack. There you go.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I thought you liked that. Fantastic is exactly the right word. My record label's doing that. I'm not doing it to plug it. I thought you genuinely would like the soundtrack to the
genuinely
film.
would.
If you get a chance this weekend or soon to see it, it's some film.
I'm going to see it in Sheffield on Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the showroom in Sheffield.
I would love to know what you think. I've got nothing to do with the film, but me and Kath have seen it, and I think it's just
well, I was talking to Paul Hawksby this afternoon on TalkSport, and he was saying the same thing.
It's really good.
And, I knew Frank.
Of course, I think it's going to be. Mark Commode's given it a really good rating. It's had 4 stars in The Guardian. I think it's going to be big. I was telling Steve, the director, so I think this is going to catch on beyond.
Well,
he's nerds.
Britain's great idiot savant, I think is the expression.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
he's an absolute genius.
Yeah.
And obviously Frank sort of took over Chris Seavey.
Yeah.
But,
it's really beautiful. I can't wait. We've seen it. I can't wait to get the Blu-ray and jump into the extras. So enjoy that. That's the soundtrack.
Oh, thank you so much.
We've got 40 seconds. What is on your show tonight?
Well, very much like Jerry Seinfeld said, it's a show about nothing.
There we go.
But I've got a very interesting story about a man in Bolton with an enlarged testicle.
Are you obsessed with big balls?
No, well, because I've got one.
I know, mate. I've heard your show. You mention it all the time.
Well, somebody's written to me with a cutting from the Bolton Evening News about a guy whose testicle grew to the size of a grapefruit.
Wow, yours is like tiny compared to that.
Mine's just like a very small plum, but it's. So that's interesting. A guy in Bolton that's got a testicle the size of a grapefruit. Arguably interesting, that, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Arguably.
And we're also catching up with our man in South America to talk about Venezuela.
Stay tuned after 1 o'clock. It's a load of bollocks with Martin Kellner. Kath will be back on Monday. I'm off for a week. Do phone in and chat to her. Stay tuned, though. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Intelligent, organic entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.